social media land and students. I'm glad to see that y'all are here at the class, 2020 Mindset and Business. That's what this class is going to be about. Today I'm going to work mostly on your mind, but your mind is centered. Your business is centered around your mindset. First of all, your mindset's got to be right. You've got a degree, and the mindset isn't right in your study. I've got so many people that I coach and companies that I go and speak before. That's what they're working on, their mindset. And they don't understand about mindset and how important it is. You know, that they know, and that's where my expertise comes in. You know, I'm Professor William Murray, I'm a mindologist, and my expertise is working on your mind. And that's what today is. I'm working on your mind today. Today's class is strictly for your mind. The Millionaire Mastermind Institute is an institute for entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs. We take you from idea to implementation and beyond. We do build millionaire mindsets, lifestyle, and business. But everybody wants a successful lifestyle. That's what I want to give you. My spirit has blessed me with my purpose, with me knowing my purpose. So your purpose changes as you grow older, as your mind goes. Your purpose changes because you get older. Like, there's no way I've ever known I could do what I'm doing 25 years ago. I grew into this, and my spirit and my God gave me my purpose, and I understand my why. Now, my present why, because you have whys all in your life as to why, what your purpose is, why. Well, I think I'm in my final purpose. All I have to do now is grow and get more people to attend and learn what I teach. Because I'm going to give you the guidelines and roadmap for business to grow into $1 million entity. There's no doubt whatsoever I have the ability to do that. It's not me bragging, it's me knowing what I know and knowing what needs to be done. Introducing you to people who can get you to where you want to go. And that's what my purpose is. You notice I opened up by saying hello, Success-I-naires. Well, don't look in the dictionary for that word, but that's William Murray's word in the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. And Success-I-naires is someone who's working, attending classes, working and doing something every day to improve their yesterday. I often ask you, what did you do yesterday that you got to work on today to improve your tomorrow? That's Success-I-naires. And you've got to grow and work into being a success. And what's that letter right there? I. Why did I like that capital? Who's that referring to? That's right, Success-I-naires. Naires is like millionaire, you know, that means abundance of. So if you have an abundance of success, how can you not help but build and grow and come into that entity that you're seeking? Because you're not in business because you just want to be in business. You're in business because you want to build that legacy for your generational family, friends, and those around you, and your children. You know, you want to pass on that legacy. You look at the Kennedys, look at the Fords, look at the Johnsons. That's a legacy where they have built their business where it can take care of generations to come in their family or their circle. I'm a fact person. And I honestly know since the beginning of time, billions of years old, truth and fact has never been defeated. Think about that. Since the beginning of time, truth and fact have never been defeated. So when people say it's fact and it's fact, see, the thing is you got to know is that fact the truth? Because someone may say fact is not the truth, but that doesn't mean, that means it's no longer a fact. But fact and truth have never been defeated. And that's why I tell people all the time, I'm not a teacher, I'm an awakener. find out today, I'm going to wake up your mind on things. I'm going to expand your mind. And if you're the same person when you leave here that you were when you came in here, you're the problem. Don't look and blame someone else. First thing you got to do is look at you. You are the problem. Like you got to go to mom, so long I wish I had a man, these men ain't no good, or these women ain't no good. Well, if you had several men, and you had several women, depending what your gender is, and you can't get one, don't look at them, you better look in the mirror. Well, that's life. That's your business. Because here's one thing people got to realize. Your life is a business. And a lot of people don't realize that. Your life is a business. Most successful people and happiest people in life are those who have put their life together almost in a business sense. You've got to schedule it. You got to know how much you need in order to do what you want. You got to wake up at an hour that's going to give you that comfort where you ain't got to rush and run. And you got to know, that's your life. What was the difference with that in a business? So your life is a business. When you organize your life in a business sense, you'll find that it's easier. A lot easier. So when you start your business, you've already got the blueprint when you've already done through your life. And the sooner we realize that, the better. I love this here. Y'all will find out I do a lot of PowerPoint, y'all, but I'll go off into a tantrum and just forget. So I use PowerPoint now because I've done so many classes. There's so many things that I teach. I want to stay focused. I want to stay focused on your mindset. That's also business. As you know, I'm telling you this, but it's business related. You have to learn to sit with winners. Because when you sit with winners, the conversation doesn't change. There's no doubt about it. What's the difference between sitting with someone that's positive and sitting with someone that's negative? The conversation. What happens when you're around positive people and it comes to giving you positive conversation? What does that do for you in your life, in your day, your week, your month, everything? So when you're around winners, the conversation does change. And that's what you want. Now, if any of you feel like you want to, because I'm going to have some slides that y'all really want to take pictures of to keep, because I'm going to get into things, later on to get kind of heavy into diet. And I definitely, because the most important thing in your life is your diet. After breathing, the next important thing in your life is your diet. And I'm going to get into that, because I'm a health junkie. I am a true health junkie. Destiny. Life. It's up to you whether it will be a happy one or a sad one, a good one or a bad one. That's totally up to you. Your destiny in life is to make your life successful, as enjoyable as you can. So when I say destiny, life destiny, what's your life destiny? What you want? What you seeking? Who's it up to? Y'all can talk to me. Don't be afraid to say something. Come on, y'all. Now, don't leave it all to me. Talk to me.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Fact here. Now, you talk about fact. A dream written down. It's a date. You write it down and you always be specific. Give it a date. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. What is your life with a goal? A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. What they tell you, if you plan to work the plan, or you plan to fail. Very important. The first thing that I have all of my students and the people that I coach and talk to, I always tell them, write it down. Here's what I always tell them, and the fact is, if you think it, ink it. See this right here? My business Bible? That right there is about 5 or 6 books. I'm going to put this down and put it in books. I've got part of it in my book here, Climbing Success Mountain. These, you know, I have a show I do every Tuesday evening. 9 o'clock, I've been doing it now going into 8 years. It shows you got to have written down things that you uncover. Well, each page in this book, as many pages as it is, you tell me pages it is. Each page is a chapter. So many books are that. How much money is that? That's why I tell you, if you think it, ink it. Because here's what you got to do. At the end of the year, for the month of December, you make sure you go back and read everything you wrote for that year. Because you got to see, the only time you look back to see how far you come. Think about that. When you look back, you're just looking back to see how far you have come, what you have learned. And you've got to talk to yourself. And I do all the time, y'all. I mean, me and myself have conversations. But here's what I tell you. If you see me talk to myself, don't interrupt me. I'm having a staff meeting. That's the way you got to be. You're not crazy when you talk to yourself. You're crazy when you don't. And here's when you become crazy. It's when you don't listen. If you tell yourself, I didn't hear you, oh, you got a problem. Now, let's continue on. Let's go back and say, okay, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down step becomes a plan. A plan backed by action makes your dream come true. He said, let me pray on it. Prayer is totally useless. I don't care how much you pray. Prayer is totally useless if you don't put action behind the prayer. See, praying isn't just getting down knees and praying to God. Prayer is like, I want. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. That's a prayer. But you got to put that action behind it. For those who's in there now, like y'all want to take a lot of those things. I see y'all write like crazy already. I ain't even gotten into everything yet. Which I like y'all taking notes. You've got to go back and read it. Don't just write it down and there it is. I got notes. You've got to read and study your notes. That's when I say, you know, almost once a month you should go back and read everything you wrote that month. Then you go out and read what you wrote the month before. You got to find how far you've gone and how much you're growing. You can't stay where you are, and you can't use yesterday's technology for today's age. If you want somebody to say, okay, I want you to call me, and they say, I'm going to call you, can I say, yeah, beat me? What you say? Somebody say, beat me. Most likely, most of the kids say, what you talking about, beat? What is a beat? Now, we know what a beep is, but we look at our age, because if you know what a beep was, you're telling your age. From the one time, everybody in the world, everybody you knew, had a pager. Now everybody you know got one of these. Yeah. By the way, let me turn mine down, so I'm going to ask y'all, if it's ding dong, the plays a song, you. Now I leave mine on like little weekly, sitting me asking me questions before I have more than enough thing. Never tell yourself, here's what the biggest thing that most people tell me. I want to do this, but I don't have time. I want to do that, but I don't have time. Time waits on no one. See, you think you have time, but you really don't, because you could be here today and gone tomorrow. You never postpone the present necessity till tomorrow. Now I'm going to break something down for y'all. Look at this. I don't have enough time. In a week, there are 168 hours. 56 you spend sleeping. So 7 days is 56, am I right? Yes. It's in 8 hours, 9, 7, 56. You spend 40 hours working, but most of us got a job just over broke. Got a job, 8 hours a day, 5 8 is 40. So you got 40 hours in that week. So 50 and 40 is 96. Now you got 168 hours. 35 hours you spend eating, showering, driving, and etc. That needs 37 hours. 37 hours, but you don't have enough time. What are you doing in 37 hours? So you got to always take time for you. Always take time for you. You put time aside for you. This is my me time. And you'll find, see, here's the thing about it. You can't let your day and your life organize you. You want to struggle? Let it organize you. You want to enjoy it, have fun, and have plenty of time, you organize it. Every day you should have your schedule. Every day you have your schedule. Every day you schedule. Because if your day plans you, you're going to struggle. If you plan your day, it's going to go so smooth. Like I know every morning at 5 o'clock my study time. Every morning. Every morning. I don't have to set no clock. I normally woke up in enough time where when you do it so like me, 5 o'clock, I know what time that is. That's my study time. Now, if you wake up in the middle of the night, now I want y'all to remember this is very important. I'm going to show you how important it is. If you wake up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, don't get taken off. Don't turn the TV on. Don't turn the radio on. I want you to lay there and say these words. Spirit, speak to me. Always got a spirit. Always got a guardian angel. Every one of us got a guardian angel. And when you tell your spirit to speak to you and you listen. See, we're so used to not listening to our spirit that now it's like a foreign language. Like somebody speaking a language we never heard before. I'm going to tell you how powerful my spirit is. My book, Climbing Success-I-naires, I woke up one morning about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I always tell my spirit speaking. Now, I know it wakes you for a reason. Do you realize when you wake up when your mind is the most powerful? How many times have you woke up and the solution was right there in front of you? All of a sudden something happened and said, wow! And you roll over and go to sleep. You wake up an hour or 2 later and say, oh wow, what was that? Come on. And all of them. You have to write it down. That's how many times I got to inside my bed. I got 10, I better start writing. I got a light, a little light I put on my shoulder. I don't want my wife. I put on my shoulder and it shines down on my pad and I write it. Write it down. Because when you go back to sleep and wake up, you know. Now, the power of your spirit. I woke up one morning about 3 o'clock in the morning, like I said, and all of a sudden it said here. Now I was writing a book, which I haven't finished yet. I would have not finished that. I was writing a book, I Must Tell the World, which I'm getting ready to finish. And I know another book that I was writing now, and I'm getting ready to publish it from the mind of William. And y'all better be ready for that. It gave me this book. And this was not nowhere in my thinking. Nowhere in my thinking was this book. I didn't even know I thought like that. And it gave me that book, and 2.5 hours later, I got to start typing on my laptop. About 3 or 4 days later, I had my book. I mean, it took me a month to go back and rewrite it, get it right, get the timing right, get the wording right, get the story right. But then when I got to the last page of the story, I know that my spirit gave me that because I had no idea that things would be like that. So when you read my book like that now, you'll understand. It's on my website. My website is mminstitute.info. And you can order my book and I'll send you an autograph copy for $15. But that's the book. Because I also got a guideline in there to build the roads to success, how to build and grow your business. But my spirit gave me that. I didn't, and I give it the credit, I didn't write that. My spirit wrote that. But what is my spirit but me, my guidance given to me by my ancestors and my spirit? Learn to listen. Now, do you realize your spirit speaks to you several times a day? Not just once, not in the morning, several times a day. But when you wake up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, that's the most powerful your mind all day long. Because you have, see, when you're sleeping, your body's feeding it, feeding yourself the nutrition, everything that you eat that day, or you drink. And your spirit is at its most powerful when you're sleeping. So when you wake up, you didn't wake up, your spirit woke you because it's got something to tell you. Learn to listen to what it's telling you and watch how your life changes. Your life is going to change when you learn to listen to your spirit. And I'm not talking religion, y'all. I'm talking spirit. It's fact. So, learn to listen. Those who struggle in life and struggle with everything want everything for free. Well, I don't learn how to do this, but dang, I ain't gonna pay no $100, or I just went to a class, I paid $1,000 for it. That's how I got this. See what that said? How much you think that book is worth to me? What's it say? What's it say? Read it.
Cashing in with government grants, loans, and subsidies.
The government is always hiring. Always. Y'all see people out here doing things for the government, you think they cutting the grass, or they in here doing that. All those are contract. That's contract work. The only thing the government does is govern. Only thing the government does is govern. Everything else is contract work. So you got to spend money, because free ain't gonna get you where you want to be. Now, this class today is free, but you won't get this no more. I've got courses already put together that will give you everything you need to become that $1 million entity and build your business into that. But you got to attend the course. If I can spend $1,000 for a class, and if just one day like this, but look how much money I'm going to get for that $1,000 I invest. Fact. Stop being so damn cheap. Invest in your success. How does that sound?
Right on.
Is that point blank?
Yes, it is.
Is there a misunderstanding?
No way.
You gotta stop being cheap. Free is not going to get you there. What if I was waiting on somebody to give me this free?
You still be waiting.
What broke the wagon down? When they say weight broke the wagon down, they ain't talking about pounds. They talking about procrastination. And write this down. I want y'all to put this on the mirror and read it every day. This is William Murray. I'm an affirmation junkie. This is William Murray's affirmation. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination on your road to success. Repeat that, y'all.
Procrastination is the assassination of your destination on the road to success.
Think about it. What I tell you earlier, what did you do yesterday that you got to work on today to give you a better future, a better tomorrow? Procrastination ain't it. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination on your road to success. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. See, like I told you, what am I working on now, y'all? I'm working on your brain, but I'm also giving you a guideline to your business success. No doubt. Your thought process is the most powerful thing that you have. Everything, everything, everything first goes through thought. Pull that closer to you. All the way to you. Everything first goes through thought. Who can name me one thing that doesn't go through thought? Everything goes through thought. I told the story about one time I was going down Walker Mill Road. You know, Walker Mill Road goes this way, and then Ashton Road picks up. Well, I was supposed to turn on Walker Mill Road. And my mind was just, you know how sometimes we just blow off? And I said, oh, I missed my turn. So I said, I go down to the next light, turn around and come back. I get to the light, and the light's red, so the light is turning, coming across me, turning, going across me, the turning. What happened? I look up, and the guy comes across and turns. I've been looking for 20 years. Freaked me out. I made a quick U-turn and caught him. Now, what if I had made my turn? Why didn't I make that turn?
You're being guided somewhere.
My guardian angel knew, and it just freaked me out. I've been looking at that guy almost 20 years. And because I missed that turn, at that light, there it was. So when I do stuff like that now, I look and say, why did that happen? Yeah. Look for the reason that it happened. And you don't know. It could have made you miss your turn or something because it wanted you to avoid an accident that possibly happened. Don't never get angry. All you can do is say thank you. Because you don't never know why you missed that turn or why this happened or that happened. But it's always for a good reason. Everything goes through thought. You can only see as far as you think. There is no limit to your thought. We put the limit on our thoughts. We do. We put the limits on our thoughts. God didn't give you a limit. Your spirit ain't limited. People say, shoot for the moon, shoot for the moon, shoot for the moon. I'll shoot for the moon, but the moon to me is on a ricochet, outfit, because what's waiting when I do? The whole universe. No, I ain't shooting for the moon. I'm shooting the ricochet off the moon. Because then the universe stopped waiting on me. So we got to stop thinking small, y'all, and think large, very large. I'm going to put on your mind to expand your thought process. Because once you expand your thought process, there's no limit to your capabilities. Yes, you want to have naysayers. Oh, you can't do that. Look at me. I understand what I'm saying in front of you. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Does my country accent keep y'all from understanding me? The fact that I stutter and the fact that I stammer, does that keep you from hearing me and learning what I'm... You know, people told me I couldn't do this. I got naysayers. I've never come to this man, you don't know what you're talking about. What y'all think so far? Thank you. Thank you. Am I putting something to make y'all go, See, people don't realize it now. Y'all remember Arsenio Hall? Some of y'all too young to know when he had his show. Do you know the power in what he was telling you when he would tell you, that right there? People didn't get that. They didn't get the power when he was telling you, So, you can only see as far as you think. There is no limit to your thought. Quit putting a limit on it. Only you are limiting you. No one else is limiting you. Stop limiting you. I can't limit me in what I can learn and the people I can stand in front of and teach. I don't care how many letters you got behind your name, PhD, doctor, math, I don't care. You know what? I can teach you something. A fool can teach you something. If it teaches you not to be a fool. A baby can teach you something. You know the most powerful question that exists? And a baby asks you that 1,000 times a day.
Why?
Why? That is the most powerful question ever asked. Why? That's why you never tell a child, shut up, I don't want to go for what? Because he's asking you, he's curious.
I used to ask that all the time.
That's what you got to. When you know your why, the rest will take care of itself. Why am I here in front of y'all? Because I've got all this brilliance and knowledge to give you. That's my why. I don't have to be here. I could be out doing anything except here. But this is my high. There isn't a drug out there that can get me as high as I am right now. That drug doesn't exist. I am high as a kite because I'm standing in front of you, giving you my knowledge, my brilliance, and helping you build and grow everything you want into that end. So when you get your yacht, I want you to invite me to the cruise. Now, see, your yacht is your toy. That's what you get from your money, your play money. Otherwise, money that you put aside you can play with. You don't buy a yacht before you buy a house. You don't buy a yacht before you come and hear me speak. You know, don't do things backwards. There's a process, and that's what I do. I teach you the thought and the action process to success. That's what I teach you, thought and action process to success. Now, what I say you can only see as far as you think, let's go over this one right here. Where it all started. Look at Apple. How big is Apple?
Trillion?
That's right. Started where? In a garage. Google started in a garage. Amazon started in a garage. Harley Davidson started in a little shack. Disney started in a barn. Mattel started in a little building. The Millionaire Mastermind Institute started in my office. 12 by 12 rooms. Look at it. It's not the size of your beginning, it's the actions of your beginning. The action of your beginning. What I said, well, I'm going to wait till I can get a big building, a schoolhouse, and everything, and then I'm going to start going, well, I'll still be waiting. Now, I had a building in law 3 years. Well, when I went to renew my lease, the guy says, look, I'm not going to lease it out. I've got a company that wants the whole building. Wait a minute. My lease is up in a month. I'm not renewing your lease. So what do I do with my institute? But now, all of a sudden, in 30 days, I have no building where I can do my classes, where I can meet my clients, where I can talk to my students, where I can have my staff meeting. I don't want to have that in 30 days. So when they shut down, I was hurt. So I had to put everything on hold for a moment. I went to several places where I rented. Didn't work out. And I was getting ready to buy a building over Allentown Road. And my spirit says, go talk to somebody at Prince George Community College. And I did. I said, oh, really? I can do that here at the college and teach? I'm already a professor. So fine. So now I do everything at Prince George Community College. They already own the building. They already own the name. Now everybody knows that I teach at Prince George Community College. I ain't got to go out and go $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in debt. I don't have to. I've learned to work within the system of the system that benefits me and gives me what I want. Now I'm eventually going to outgrow this, there's no doubt. Because I'm going to be too much competition. Unless they say, well, here's a big paycheck, stay here and teach our kids, which is my goal. I want to give y'all what you need for us as a people to grow and take care of each other. Y'all, I'm not anti-white. I am not. But I am so damn pro-black. Until we learn to trust and do with each other, not, we're going to struggle. Now let me give you a fair instance. 2018, for the Christmas holiday of 2018, people of color, black people, spent $61 billion. For one holiday, one day, we spent $61 billion. What do you think would have happened had we spent that $61 billion with somebody look like you? With us. What would $61 billion do for us as a people? Think about it. We're financing our own demise. Because we're financing them to not give us loans, to not let us have businesses, to not give us jobs. We're financing it because we don't spend with people that look like us. You don't realize how much that little dollar you spent with someone that doesn't look like you did for them. Because every nationality that comes to this country opens businesses for her. In our neighborhood. Why? We're consumers. We're consumers. Once we start doing for us, do you know right now, if we were to start spending money with us, we would shut down half the businesses out there that are big corporations. Now, ladies, I love you, and I'm standing here giving all you black women a standing ovation, because right now in America, the biggest number of business owners, new business owners, are black women.
Amen. Yes.
Thank you. Black women. But now you look at that. Think about that. In 3 to 5 years, where they want to be. In 10 years, where they want to be. They've been sitting in their own daggone board. But not unless we're willing to sacrifice and drive that little extra mile, spend that little extra dollar, so that they can hire our children, our grandchildren, so they can hire us. We've got to stop being brainwashed, y'all. We're being brainwashed. There's no doubt about it. We're being brainwashed to hate us because we know on the media, but every time they talk about crime, who do they show? Do you realize that 83% of all white people that are killed in America are killed by other white people? 83%.
I didn't hear.
83% of all white people that are killed in America are killed by other white people. But you don't see that in the news. Why? We don't own the media, so they aren't going to tell us how cruel and mean and nasty they are. They aren't going to tell us that. They got to show the world how we're no good. We've got to stop being brainwashed and start learning the facts. I just gave y'all one hell of a fact. Think about what I just told you. And the fact that for one holiday we spent $61 million, so we gave them our power. Think about $61 billion we spent with them. We're financing our own demise, y'all. Did any of those businesses help you get a loan? No. Put you in a house? No. Give you a job? Help your children go to college? But no, we gave them the money for a holiday that is paganism. And I'm not talking about religion, y'all. I'm just giving you facts. Stop following brainwashing. Find out where the holiday came about, and it's going to shock you. Look at Easter. Look at Thanksgiving. I can't celebrate Thanksgiving, y'all, because I'm Indian. Y'all see an Indian standing in front of me. I look like I'm black, and I am. But I'm Indian. My grandparents, my grandfather, my great-grandmother were pure Cherokee. I'm only second generation removed with black blood, although they were a dark Cherokee. So that means somewhere along the line, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather came across the water to America, right? And mixed in the Cherokee tribe. So if y'all saw a picture of my mother or my grandmother, you look, oh, that's Indian. You look at me, I'm Indian. I go out in the sun, I turn beet red. I've never shaved a day in my life. I have no hair. That's Indian. So y'all, we've got to stop being brainwashed and learn about us. We have got to start spending money with us. Do you realize that every nationality, think about it, I'm going to give y'all something real heavy right here. Every nationality, boys, house-type business. Every national, let me ask you a question. And I've been in business for this going into my 44th year, y'all, as an entrepreneur. What are you? I've been my own boss. Well, I got married, so that's Lost my thought patterns now. What did I say before I said
44 years.
44 years as an entrepreneur. You've been no boss.
Yeah, I can remember what I was going.
Outside of the way.
It'll come back to me, y'all. So y'all got to give me. I got so much on my mind, and I'm giving y'all so much, and I just want to. What I tell you, my purpose was open your mind, let you see things. Quit passing. See, we're teaching our children what was taught to us. Our parents. I don't knock my mother for teaching me about stuff like that, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, because that's what's taught to her. We've got to break that cycle. We have to break that cycle of their domination of us. We're consumers. Why can't we get me investment? Why can't we get invested in her business, his business? Yes, dear.
I'm sorry, but when you talk about holidays being pagan, mystic,
Yes.
have you ever heard that Santa Claus used to eat children?
Darling, I learned a long
There are
time ago.
pictures.
I learned the story of Santa Claus. And if y'all studied and looked up the story of Santa Claus, what came about, you would no longer ever celebrate Christmas. If you looked up, see, we don't do the research. Y'all, damn it, start doing your research. Why does holiday come about? Why? Tell me this. What does a damn Easter bunny have to do with Easter? I'm still trying to figure that out.
It's a fertility god.
Y'all, we got to stop believing this BS that they're feeding us. And we're passing it on to our children. And then we want to know how come they don't trust us. Why they don't respect us. Because now this thing called Google, they live on it. They research everything. And when they don't believe you, it's because they've done some homework that you passed on a lie that was passed on to you. I'm going to tell you a story. This little girl went to her mom, and mom was in the kitchen cooking. And she knows her mother cut the ends off the ham. She said, Mom, why you cut the ends off the ham? She said, baby, because that's what my mother taught me. So then she went to Grandma. Said, Grandma, why did you teach Mommy to cut the ends off the ham? She said, because that's what my mother taught me. I mean, that little girl said, okay, then I got to go ask Grandma. Great-grandma. She said, Great-grandma, why did you teach Grandma and Grandma taught Mom, and then Mom teach me to cut the ends off the ham? Why is that? She said, baby, look, back in my day, that was the only size pan and oven we had. Think about what I just told you. We've got to give them the reason for things and the fact that we've got to research to find out, make sure we're giving them the truth. I'm going to tell you stuff today that's really going to open your mind to a lot of stuff that you didn't know. But that's how I am. That's how I work and I study. Because everybody out there wants this right here. They say that's the root to all evil. Money is the root to all evil. That's a lie told you if you believe you crazy. Money is not the root to all evil. Lack of money is the root to the evil. Because you never ever seen a man that's got money walk into a bank with a gun and hold it up. You never seen a man with money rob a poor person with a gun. They doing it now with the holiday. But how much money do we spend? Let's look at the last few months of the year. You got September, you got a holiday. October, you got a holiday, Halloween. November, you got a holiday, Thanksgiving. December, you got a holiday, Christmas. And then a week later, you got a holiday of New Year's. How much money are we giving them? We're financing our own demise. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm telling you? Doesn't make sense. We've got to stop doing that, y'all, and start using our money for what best grows us, and suits us, not them. Start looking up these holidays. Go to Google. Google's a beast. And ask it, where did this holiday come from? Why did it come about? And when you start getting into it, but I'm going to tell you this right now, be ready to the truth. Because I already told you, truth and fact are undefeated. But until you open your mind, your head, and get it out of your, and start doing this, you're going to struggle. Have issues. Stay broke. But look how much money y'all spend for Christmas. Just think you put that money in your business. Or you put that money in a bank. How many of us put it on our credit card? We spend all year paying off something that as soon as we pay it off, the holiday's here again, and here we go. I hope I'm stepping on some toes. I hope I'm going to open up some minds. You know, I'm not saying this to be mean or nasty. I want to open you. What I tell you my purpose is? Open up minds. Now, don't ask me, well, how you know all this? No, that's the wrong question I asked. You asked, how come I don't? Why y'all not doing research and studies like I did? Proof, I'll tell you what. I want y'all, each one of y'all to do this. I want you to go out there and research and look up what I'm telling you. Don't believe nothing I'm telling you. Don't believe nothing I'm telling you. Research it to prove me wrong. Watch how much you learn in your research. So you can come out and say, damn, he was right. Prove me wrong. But what you're going to learn in your research, I can't give you all that knowledge. Your research is going to give it to you. Stop believing all the stuff that our parents taught us. We can't blame them. They didn't know. They didn't know. They were teaching what was passed on to them. So now, y'all, we got to start doing things different. Now, let's do this. Millionaires. Read daily. Millionaires set goals. Millionaires compliment. Millionaires embrace change. Millionaires forgive. They talk about ideas. Continuously learn and take responsibility for their failures. Let's talk about broke people. They watch TV daily. Never set goals. Criticize. Fear change, hold grudges, talk about people, think they know it all, and all those guys are like that. Blame others for their failure. What I tell you, everything goes first through what? Talk to me. Thought. Now, they asked me Warren Buffett. I love Warren Buffett. I'm going to tell you about him and LeBron James. They asked Warren Buffett, if you had a superpower, what do you wish that superpower was? What do you want it to be? He said, now, Warren Buffett is a multi-billionaire. He said the ability to read books faster. Think about that. The richest man in the world just wants to be able to read books faster. Why? That's right. Now, LeBron James. Guess who a good friend and mentor is? Who's that? Warren Buffett. And LeBron James are very good friends because LeBron James went to him for him to mentor him. And he, Warren Buffett said, oh, no doubt. Y'all want to know how, y'all have no idea how really rich LeBron James is. Because no one knows about his investments but him and his account. You think Warren Buffett is going to teach someone that's not going to learn anything? Why is he still mentoring LeBron James?
Because he listens.
Bam, there it is right there. Because he listens. Why are y'all here? Thank you. And I hope I'm putting something on your brain to make you what you learn. That's my purpose. And I'm glad to see all of y'all in the room. This is really Y'all don't know how high I am right now. I am just, I'm higher than a kite. And it ain't from no drugs, but the fact that y'all showed up. So thank you. Thank you. What you're doing now, all you got to do in order to be successful is add value to your customers, your clients, or those you want to serve. Everything is centered on value. What is the value you give your customer clients to make them want to be your customer and your client? What's the value in the business you want to start? What's the value in your thought process? What's the value in you saving money? What's the value in you buying that automobile? What's the value in you buying that? Everything is centered on value. What is the value? What is the value? Someone took the same situation that you're complaining about and won with it. Now, think about that, what that means. Someone took the same situation that you complain about. And they won't. How many times have you said, you seen someone say, Dad, I thought about that, now look what they done done with it. What they done done with it. Look at me. Oh, y'all, this is one of my favorites. Y'all know I love this. That's a course that I teach. BDI. Every one of us, and next time I do that course, I want y'all to come. BDI. Here's what it stands for. Borrow, duplicate, improve. Borrow, duplicate, improve. Now I'm going to show you the power of that. You borrow what someone has done that's successful. Am I the first speaker you've ever had? The first person standing in front of you in the class? No. I borrow that. It's what I'm teaching you and telling you the first time you heard some of it. I duplicated someone else's taught. Improve. I improved upon it to fit my situation and the way I teach. Business. That's my business. I borrowed it. I duplicated it. And I improved upon it to fit my situation. You know what my main mentor was? And I've been knowing him for 30-some years. That's Brown. I used to drive to New York twice a week. Back in the day. And that's all I listened to on the road with Les Brown. I met Les Brown. We became good friends. We became, when we became business partners, but it fell apart before we could get it going. And neither one was all done. I have shared the stage with Les Brown, and Les Brown has shared the stage with me. So y'all, what did I do that Les Brown did? Does he sound like me? Do I sound like him? No, I've changed some of the stuff that he taught me to fit me to teach you. My other mentor, who I love and I really, really miss, y'all. That was my buddy, that was like my, I don't know, my second father or whatever. Boy, Dick Gregory. Him and I was very, very good friends. If you saw Dick, you saw me. He taught me so much. And that's the reason I eat like I eat, and my diet is what it is. I know I look good, y'all. I know I'm looking like This year I will be 70.
Fantastic.
Do y'all know, I don't know what it is to have a cold, the flu, sinuses, allergy, nothing. Why? My diet. When I tell you what's the second most important thing I got to breathe? Your diet. You eat what you put in your body. You're right, baby. What we put in our body. Now, I got an expert sitting back there who I'm going to bring up in a little bit. Yes, Dr. Mom. I see you back there, baby. She's going to come give about 10 minutes. She'll tell y'all some stories about the food and diet. Because I got a whole segment here, y'all. I'm worried about y'all the world. Y'all will say, damn, I can't eat nothing now. But how many of y'all want to live to be 70 and don't have no aches and no pains? Well, for my age, I got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, but for 70, I played sports all my life, and I still play tennis. And all y'all know me, well, I'm on tennis court every morning. When the weather's right, I'm out on the tennis court. How many people might even still play tennis, go back and forth? And if y'all want to take, I told you, if y'all want to take pictures of my slides, well, if you don't want to take pictures, I don't care. See, here's the thing about it. You can't be selfish. Your spirit, your God gave you nothing that you're supposed to keep. You're supposed to give it away and make a living at all. That's the reason I don't mind people say, well, can I take it? Yeah, take it. Go ahead. Well, I'll duplicate and prove up on to fit your situation. The more you research, the greater you sound to ignorant people. The crazier you sound to ignorant people. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have people think I'm crazy. My family think I'm crazy. Because I don't celebrate holidays. I don't go to none of that kind of stuff. I don't eat meat, pork, dairy products. I don't smoke. I don't drink. But look at me. I don't get sick, y'all. At 70, I don't get sick. On no medication. No high blood. No sugar diabetes. No kidney problems. No liver problems. Think about it. It's because of my diet. Plus, now, there's something I'm going to show y'all later on. So, here's what I'm telling you, all you crazy people. Okay? See that?
Yeah.
What does that say? It's time for what? Talk to me, y'all. Y'all gotta realize we going live, y'all. We live Facebook right now. And I'm recording this too, so it's gonna be on YouTube. So all y'all wanna see it again? Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all have children?
Yes.
You have grandchildren?
Yes.
Sit them down for some us time. And say, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do this every day for at least an hour. Go to my YouTube channel, M-R-W-M-U-R-Y, W Murray.
Say it again.
M-R-W-M-U-R-R-Y. I got over 140 videos on YouTube. I've got classes like this on YouTube. Sit down with them and say, we're going to watch this. I got some on there 6 or 8 or 10 minutes. Because almost every moment I'm going somewhere I can get on that. And then ask them, what did you get out of it? And then you tell them what you got out of it. Get them used to you teaching them the truth. And they will go and teach and learn and do the truth. It is up to us. Take them away from that ignorant tube, because that's what's brainwashing. Take them away from those video games. Those video games will tell you to kill. And that's all they be playing, battles. Look at what they're looking at, y'all. And you want them to be different. How can they be different? That's all they put on their mind. It's up to you to change them. Sit them down for some us time, some me time, some we time. And watch how they change. See, there's a story that I tell about what they did. They did an experiment with an elephant herd. You know, the elephant herd is one of the most family-oriented creatures on earth. We all know that. What they did, they took the bull elephant and the queen elephant away from the herd. And you know, them young bucks, they start smelling themselves like a teenager. Out there wanting to stroke everything and all that other stuff that they do. Because there was no one there to guide them. And they started impregnating all these young girls, these young elephants. And the herd just went wild, went crazy, just did, turn up stuff. Well, they turned around a couple years later and brought back the bull elephant and the queen elephant. Everything changed. Who teaches them? The king and the queen. Y'all, you aren't your children's friend. And if that's your friend, you're doing it wrong. You're their parent. Parent them. Friends are the hangout buddies, the hangout friends. That's the friend. If your child is your friend, you got a problem. You are the problem. Spend that we time with them. And just sit down and show them things that they can learn from and talk about it. And then you'll see you won't worry about them playing them games like that all the time. You ain't got to worry about them watching all this garbage on TV. And you will see their mind expand to that beyond. Want to be a football player, want to be a basketball player, want to be a rap artist. You'll see them mind grow. Where do y'all realize that plumbers make over $60,000? Yeah. Electricians make over $100,000. Carpenters make over $100,000. Mechanics make over $100,000.
Who's a mechanic?
Doctor, what's the proper mom? What's it?
Dr. Dad.
Dr. Dad, yeah. Y'all, you know, and y'all, but you see what I'm saying? Trade. Everybody was meant to go. I knew if I went to college, I probably would have did it, put it in the alphabet. I feel so bad. But trade, you know, one of the things that I'm pushing now with all of the elected officials. And yeah, I know a lot of the elected officials, they know that, but after all, but I tell them, y'all, start putting together trade school. When I was in school, y'all, we took shop, home ec, that kind of stuff. They don't teach it no more. And we ain't teaching our kids how to cook. Now, if your daughter can't cook, what man gonna want it? If your man can't cook and clean, what woman gonna want it? He'll find one, but all his money will be spent on eating every day, on getting somebody to do his laundry. See, I'm independent, y'all. Remember, back in my player days. You know what I would do? I'd invite you over for dinner. I had books everywhere. And we would have a conversation. If we wanted to chill out, then we would watch maybe a little TV, a little movie or something. But I cook. My wife right now, she cooks now because of my schedule. But for a long time, when she came home from work, every day before she retired, dinner was ready. She didn't have to cook. Her job was to take care of Big Pop. But how would you like to came home every day and eat dinner was ready? My wife right now has never struggled for sleep or that. I don't believe that. That's my job. Like I said, all she got to do is just take care of Big Papa. She's never opened the door. You know, you sit there and you wait, and you stand there, you wait, and you sit there, open the door. I love to cook. See, I didn't marry her. I made her my wife. But before she became my wife, she was my queen. And she still is my queen. And I'm going to treat her as such. Because she's mine. She's with me, not mine in ownership, but mine in love and life goal. She supports what I do. She at one time was the breadwinner. I was struggling trying to get my business going, and she supported me. When she retired, I told her, baby, I got one request when you die, that you don't sit home and do nothing. She walks every morning 3 to 5 miles and drops 20 pounds. I told her, hey, that's enough. Don't get no smoke. I don't want to squeeze me. I want to hug you. I'm sorry, baby. And she doesn't sit around there. She does stuff. Go out with a girlfriend. And somebody else said, she went there, her girlfriend went shopping about 2 weeks ago. Left about 10 o'clock. Came back at 5.
6.
I'm looking for a U-Haul truck to pull up. You know what I'm saying? She walks in one little tiny bag. I'm like, baby, you been gone all night. You been gone all day. Come back with a little bag with just maybe a couple items. They just enjoy just not being home, being out. That's her time. That's their time. She's had time to worry. Every year she and her girlfriend, they go out of town for. I ain't gonna start. I know how to cook. And I'm glad that she has that time to be with her girlfriend. The real point, they travel, they go. She's been to Hawaii a couple times by herself without me. She's been to California, Texas, New York without me. Because I can't go, I don't have the right to stop her from going.
That's right.
I can't stop her from doing what she wants to do, because if she wants to do it, she can do it anyway. Now, we've been together, it'll be 28 years, May 1st.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's the sacrifice I would put up with me. To put up with me. And do y'all know right now, we have never had an argument. You say, oh, that's impossible. We've never had an argument. No. Not one. Disagreements? Yes. An argument is trying to prove who is right. A discussion is trying to figure out what is right. Not who what. We both preach the same thing. I don't have time to raise someone else's grown child. You're not going to change me. I'm not going to change you. But we can make adjustments to make it work. All you lonely women I can't find, all the good men in jail, if they were good men, they would be in jail.
There you go.
Stop trying, because I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with y'all. If I were to have picked a woman to be my wife, she wouldn't have been in it. Well, she didn't fit, because that's one thing she was Washington. And I told my buddy one time, I dated this lady, she was so crazy and jealous. I told my buddy, if you ever see me with a Washingtonian woman, you got permission to use 4 feet on me. And she's the Washingtonian, the best thing that ever happened to me. So you can't say, this is what I want, I'm not going to settle until I get it, because when God puts someone in your life, look at why. Because, like I said, I'm sure the best thing ever happened to me. When I decided my prayer day is over. I'm tired of having this woman one night, that one, and maybe by myself, I got nobody. I got tired of that. And I said, I'm ready to settle down. But I never saw the purpose of marriage. I never saw the purpose of my wife. Then one day I woke up and said, now I understand. What's the ground she walked on? Like I tell you, I might not be perfect, baby, but I love you as perfect as I can. And do you know what that feels like when you know you can come home any hour and ain't got to worry about where you been? You been with this woman or that woman? I never had to hear that, because every night when I close my eyes, where am I? I'm home. And if I stay out till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I ain't got to go home. No, I ain't got no argument. Y'all, that makes peace. That makes, you know what I'm saying? Because you're no angel. Like I said, don't throw no rock if you live in a glass house. So you gotta look at our life, but that's also business, y'all. That's also business. I don't have no competition. I only have partners. For people who do what I do. It's your thought process, because now I want y'all to remember this. I love this. Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are a seed. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. What do you want to grow? Your mind is a garden and your thoughts are a seed. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. It's up to you. Make sense? Your business, same thing. How do you look at your struggle? Because if everything came easy to you, life wouldn't be worth waking up for. Every time you make a mistake, ask yourself one question. What did I learn from that mistake? And when you do that, you'll find that your mind is growing, and you're growing, and solutions are there. See, you never, ever, 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 ever work on a problem. Never work on a problem. You only work on the solution. Don't think about a problem. think about solution. And you'll find out it'll be a lot easier. You know something I said never ever? Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all how to change your mindset. How to make your life easier and happier. Is what I'm saying making any sense?
Yes, sir.
I want your life to be like mine. Easy. Easy to come home to. Easy to wake up to. Oh yeah, I have times when my mind is working on me saying, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, or why this and why that. And yes, I still go through that. But I know I've got to go through that to get to where I am today. And prepare me for a better tomorrow. So it's your mindset. Now, what I tell you, the most important thing you have is your thought process and how you look at things. Because and all y'all heard this, the more you look at things, the more you change, the more things around you change. The way you look at things around you will change. That's up to you. Stop, don't blame nobody. You are where you are behind your thought process. Behind you. Don't you blame nobody else from where you are, because everything of where you are is behind your choice. Your choice. If somebody treats you bad, like I said, if you hit me one time, it looks on you. Hit me the second time, it looks on me. If you abuse me the first time, it looks on you. Second time, it looks on me. That's because the choice was for you to let it happen and then come back and do it again. It's on you. Don't blame nobody else. And once you start looking at that it's my fault, then you see the changes and how your life's going to change and how much easier it's going to be. Who wants an easy life? Who wants a comfortable life? That's what I'm talking about. Whose choice is it?
Mine.
Bam! There it is. I mean, I struggle with my business, y'all. I mean, I was hoping this room was wall to wall and treetop tall. But it wasn't. Everybody that God meant to be here is here. And that's that.
Excuse me,
Yes.
could you go back 2 slides real quick? That research one? That. Thank you.
That'd be $54.95.
I got you.
Okay, let me keep going. Now here's the fact, y'all, and here's the fact. Life will keep giving you the same test over and over and over until you pass it. So what it says, life will keep giving you that test until you learn from what it is that you were meant to learn. You got to ask yourself, what am I learning from this? What am I learning from it? You know why I love kids? I tell you, children teach you. I'm going to tell you what a child teaches you, you ain't even aware of it. When life gives you a rainy day, play in the puddles. If you take a child outside and it's raining, what are they going to do? They're going to play in the puddle every time. That's you. It's raining. Play in the puddles. I'm still a Toys R Us kid, y'all. I have 3.5 great-grandchildren. Two 2-year-olds, a 4-year-old, and I got one that's on the way.
Okay.
Y'all have no idea. My wife don't understand. When they come over, they run to me. Do you know what that does for me? That they love me. You know, I'll get down on the floor with them. I may not I'll get down there, but y'all have to help me up. Because I love their mind and the things they do. You know, and they keep me young. And now when they come in after a while, I say, okay, y'all, it's book time. You'll come get in my lap and I'll read you. Y'all, that's what we got to do. Here's the thing I always say to them. Every day, talking spiritual back. God talking to me. I don't get into that. Too many different things, too many different things. But the fact is, your spirit and life drop blessings in somebody's lap every day. Look at the blessing that dropped in mine today. I just had to put my lap where God is dropping. My spirit is dropping because y'all here. Think about, I want y'all to remember when I'm telling y'all, y'all difficult times, think about the class you went to and Mr. Murray taught. Oh, whoa, y'all. Now get ready for what I'm going to tell y'all now. If money and material things make you believe you are better than others, you're the poorest person on earth. Tell me that ain't powerful. Let me explain something to you. How many senses do we have, y'all?
5.
6.
6. Sorry.
6.
Everybody says 5. No, that's what you were taught. You were taught that you have 5 senses. Thank you, baby.
Well, no,
You
the
got-
6 is.
The 6th is your spirit. Do you realize that your spirit is more powerful than the other 5 put together? Think about that. Sight, sound, taste, smell, touch. And your 6th sense is more powerful than all of them put together. Your spirit. Here's why that is. Money, cars, houses, everything you have is materialistic. But when your spirit being the most powerful, material things don't have no value for you. I know y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody out dressing me. I got a wardrobe that's out of this world. And nothing in my wardrobe is nothing. Why? Tell y'all a story. I had clothing stores, y'all. I had 3 clothing stores. I had a vending stand. I had a print factory, and I had a warehouse. I had some jeans I had in my store that I had what people could afford it, who couldn't afford the other stuff. They were $24.95 for a pair of jeans. And they sit, and they sit, and they sit, and they sit. Nobody would buy it. I said, okay, with the $4.95, you don't want it? I had a label called True That. That plastic they put right here, that rawhide plastic they put right there. And I put a little thing right there and said True That. $59.95. And all of a sudden, couldn't be. Same jean. The exact same jean.
They're not the same.
No, because I couldn't put that patch right there and I put that little thing right there. But they wouldn't buy them at $24.95, but they buy them at $60. That's what you're doing when you buy name brand. I'm gonna give you another thing. Me and another company, another guy, rode to New York. We went to a clothing show. And they had a closeout sale with this company. They were closing out these jackets. But you had to buy 12 dozen. You know, and so you could buy 12 dozen, $8 a jacket. $8. So we bought it. I said, I can't use 12 dozen. He said, me, I said, we'll buy 12 dozen and split them. He was doing better, so I said, I'll take 4 if you'll take 8. He said, yeah, that'll work. He took that $8 jacket, put his tag around the hood, on the zipper he put his tag, and on his pocket he put the tag in with $189. He came back because he sold out and took most of my 4 dozen. $8. So all you're doing, you're not buying what? You're buying what? You're just wasting your money. Sweatsuits, 2-piece sweatsuits. We went and bought them in New York. They cost $25. Put my little thing on it. $175. And you bought them. Why? Because they were name brand. If I hadn't put my little stuff on, y'all never would have parted. That's what you're doing when you buy name money. And I'm teaching you that because I've been in business 22 years. I've been in the closing industry for 22 years. That's why I got so many suits right in my closet. And if you ever see me in a suit, y'all must be on the way to a funeral. And if it's mine, don't tell me. So I'm just trying to show y'all. You see what I'm trying to teach you? Y'all don't know that all these name brand stuff ain't nothing but stuff that they bought somewhere, stuck the labels on it. All these name brand stuff y'all buying, all they did was buy it somewhere cheap, put their name on it. And you paying all this money for it when you can go get the same thing at Walmart, Burlington, or all them other little cheap stores, you know. I hope I'm teaching y'all something. Stop buying name brand. Telephones. You going to buy $11, $12, $1,500 telephones, and most of them ain't even got a damn computer at home. They're buying these expensive cars, BMWs, Mercedes, Lexus, and parking them in the park. Hello? Mom's got a rent. Mom's rent is $1,500. Daughter's rent is $2,200. Son's rent is $2,000. Why don't y'all buy a 3-story house with a house in your name for $22,000? You get your floor, you get your floor, you get your floor. Look how much money we're saving. Now, y'all know that all of us did it. All of us did it. We laughed at the Spanish. God, they got all these people in that house. You know why? They were saving their money. Now who has all the business on all the houses? And we didn't see that. We didn't get it. We didn't understand it.
Well, we weren't taught it.
Right. So now I'm teaching y'all.
We were taught it, but for some reason, we forgot.
Yeah, well, I also had that book, Tony Brown's book, where he said we knew and we taught, then we forgot that we knew, that those we taught are teaching us.
That's right. Each one, but we was 8, 9.
Whose fault is it our children don't know? Look in the mirror. Don't blame the school system. The school system is supposed to teach, but we're sitting in there for babysitting. And then we got to look at what they're learning. That's the reason now, you know the Spanish have their own classes. They go to school. They have their own classes for business. That's why they're getting all these double contracts. Now, y'all got to come to my next class I do when I do a class on becoming business legal. Because I guarantee y'all, everybody in this room is business illegal. There are things you got to have and do. The state now has changed, baby. I just got a letter where I had to renew 2 more things. 2 of my life I had to change because the system changed. So I had to pay more money, but it was worth it to me. There's a lady right now that's in one of my organizations just put in and won a $16 million government contract. How would you do if you got one a $16 million contract? Woo. Guess whose classes she went through? And I made sure that everything was done. She told me, Mr. Murray, I didn't need to tell you, but I'm going to tell you that you take care of. I just won a $16 million contract. Hello? I teach that. And I'm a course where I teach you the legality of being business legal. Right now, the state of Maryland, right today, the state of Maryland had $1.4 billion worth of contracts that they got to give 40% to the Northeast people of color.
40%?
1.4 billion. But the whole thing, all of it together, $8 billion. $8 billion. Wouldn't these y'all like to be able to qualify for part of the $8 billion? Okay. What if you just got 1%? I'll take it. 1% $8 billion? The state right now is building all this right. Don't y'all realize that Prince George County is one of the fastest growing and most economical states and counties in the country. You are the fourth person on earth if the material things mean something to you. Y'all stop being materialistic. That's why come we're consumers. Let a new shoe come out. Nike. Let a new phone come out. Let a new tablet come out. Y'all know how old my stuff is I use? I don't buy the latest and the greatest. I buy what I need, and I'm going to keep it till it falls apart. The car I drive right now is a 2006. I can afford to get a ride. Why? If we left here going to Richmond, doing 60 miles an hour, you got your Benz, your Bentley, your Rolls Royce, and I got my Chevy, we will get there at the same time. Y'all stop being materialistic. And the sooner you learn that, you realize you have no money. Name brand foods. Don't you realize that the name brand foods are buying now the same thing that I can't call it now, say Del Monte and all those. They're buying the same thing that shoppers, all these other places, their name brand, same thing. What are you paying for? The name. They all come from the same factory, same can. They take their label off and put their label on. Y'all think I'm lying in research. Like I tell you, don't believe nothing I'm telling you. Don't believe nothing I'm telling you. Research is to prove you wrong. Sometimes that's how we feel, isn't it? Like ain't nothing there. That's how we feel sometimes. Like ain't nothing there. But it is, because the Spirit will never, ever leave you. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Don't care how big that monster is, your guardian angel is always right there. Protect you. All instances. Don't care how big that monster is, the Spirit, your guardian angel, will protect you. Take advantage of it, y'all. Learn. Listen. You know what my prayer is every morning? I don't believe in long prayers. I want to do this, and I want to do this. No, my prayer every morning is, when I wake up, is thank you. More, please. Thank you for waking up, and you want more wake up, more life, more joy, more things to do, more success to do, more build your business. Thank you. More, please. What else do you need to say? You've already said thank you, and you ask for more, please. The only time you won't say more, please, is you got a negative mind, because you don't want no more negativity. But when you change it to positivity, all you want is what? More, please. Think about it. You ready, Dr. Mom? Your road to success always going to lead to heaven. It's waiting on you. Let me explain. I'm going to tell y'all. Can I tell y'all another story? Hope y'all like my stories. Which ones I want to give you? Dang, my mind is full of bags, y'all. They come back to me, I realize that my age and my loud have seen them on. As long as I don't look in the mirror and say, who are you? I'm good. But it's always going to lead to that. I told you, the moon's number just for ricochet. Your spirit, y'all, and when you know what I told you, talk to yourself and do it verbally. When you write your business plan and read it aloud, your spirit is waiting on you to give it an assignment. And when you speak loudly, you're giving your spirit an assignment. It's always waiting on you to give it an assignment. And it works 10 times as hard as you do to give it to you. That's why action is very, very necessary. Hello? Action. If because your spirit will go to work. And if you're going to work 10 times as hard as you, what's to stop you? There's nothing to stop you. Look at where all this other businesses start. Look where they are. Look at where I start. Look at where I am. So you are where you are because behind the choices you make and the thing. How many? Every time you go somewhere, when you come to my classes, y'all don't come by yourself. Bring someone with you. Because do you know why? You never come alone. Because then you're giving a blessing. Every blessing you give, life is going to give you 10 in return. Somewhere down the line in your life, your spiritual blessing is going to give you 10 returns.
Someone told me about this and they're not here.
See that? Well, look, let me ask you a question. Have they missed anything?
I think so.
Thank you very much. So now when you go back, what you're going to tell them? You should have been there.
I've been texting you. Come on.
Thank you. And here's the reason I say that, and this is fact, in life. I didn't come this far just to come this far. My book climber says mountain. If you climb a mountain, how many of y'all have ever been to the top of a mountain? Or top of a mountain? Okay. And when you look out, what do you see? Other mountains that need to be climbed. That's right. There's other mountains that need to be climbed. So don't care how many mountains you climb, there's another mountain somewhere to be climbed. In business, when you get to the top, you ain't through. There's still another mountain somewhere to be climbed. Because you grow, your purpose grows. Now, all this hell y'all think y'all going through, get to where you're going. Let me tell you right now, it's the easiest part of it. Getting to that mountaintop, don't care how much struggle you go through, is easy. Staying there is when it gets hard. Crabs in the barrel, baby. They're going to talk about you. They're going to try to pull you down. So, all right? It is easy getting doing all the hell you go through is easy. Getting there is when it really, really gets hard. And only fools, oh yeah, trips on what is behind it. I hope I'm putting something on y'all's mind. Am I teaching y'all any business at all?
Yeah.
It's all, they're all centered. I told you I'm going to work on your 2020 mindset and business. And they're intertwined. Don't bother walking a mile in my shoes. You want to be in my shoes, y'all. It's been 30 seconds in my head. That'll freak you out. Now, how many of y'all, I told you I think different, see things different. Was I right when I said that?
Oh, definitely.
But look where it's gotten. So you got to learn to change your thought process and your mindset. To be that to get you where you want to go. Stop blaming anybody else, because you are where you are behind new choices. Your one. That makes everything easy. I'm never alone, y'all. Never, ever. I sit in the room all by myself. All by myself. And realize it was still full. This is when I knew that I was enough. Do y'all get that? Because you are enough. You're enough to do anything you want, to get what you want, but you got to put forth first the action to get there. And believe me, y'all, it is very, 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 very important that if you think it, You ink it. That's the most vital thing you can do if you put it in writing. See, here's one thing. People don't know, do you know your hand is connected to your brain? You want to remember something right. You have a 90% better chance to remember it if you write it than you do if you don't. So put it in writing. You got to learn things. See, everybody, something I know all y'all had jobs, and I got the dumbest boss in the world. Ooh, I got the dumbest boss. Let me explain to y'all why y'all got the dumbest boss. See what the boss does? He points and says, dun, 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 dun. But if you're the leader, you're right there leading the pack. I'm going to see, I don't want no, here's everybody that comes under me. And Dr. Mama tell you that. I don't want you to stay with me for years and years and years and years and years. I want you to learn from me, then go out on your own and teach what I taught you and do. A leader is going to make other leaders. Yes, look at this young man here. He's a student here in the college. Last year when I had my building in Laurel, I had 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old interns. They didn't get paid a dime. But they love being around us so much, they got a chance to see what it's like in a boardroom. They got a chance to see what it's like when you have a dinner. They got a chance to see what it's like when you're putting together, because I never had to put all this stuff up, y'all. Y'all see all the stuff I got when I do. I never had to do nothing, that was their job. But they learned what it took to do that. What is that going to do to them? That's what I'm telling you about your children. Y'all start spending time showing them something else other than basketball, football. Stop telling them to want to play and be that, and teach them how to own the team. How many owners right now in any professional sport is not a billionaire? All of them are billionaires. Do you know that the majority of them have never played professional sport? Hello? Have never played a professional sport, but yet they own one to work for billions. Teach them how to own the team. They want to be a rap artist, teach them how to own the company. He didn't get his money from rapping compared to what he got when he opened his own. And look at them. They got money to start, but when they got their own, they became very, very wealthy. Teach them that, and you learn that for you.
Can you explain that picture?
Which one?
Can you elaborate a little more?
Yeah, well, see, a boss is going to tell you what to do. A leader is going to show you and lead the way. See, I can be boss, hey man, put that up. My wife, hey baby, do that, and y'all do this and do that. But I'm going to show you. And
then you eventually get back on the thing, or you stay there?
You're always a leader. No, a leader's always going to make more leaders. Because here's the thing: if you work for me, and I teach you when you come in, and I'm teaching you the next level, and the next level, and the next level, what is that doing for my business? That makes my job easier, and that helps me grow because you're doing what I would have done. And then I've gone to the next level because you're where I was, doing what I was doing.
But corporate America doesn't teach that.
Don't you want to be part of corporate America? Don't you want your business to grow where it's a corporation? Be a good leader. Don't just go and say, do this and do that and do that. Give them classes. See, that's what it is. You bringing in me into your company to speak to your employees and teach them the value of their job and how they want to do better. That's what I always tell them. Learn your boss's job. Because one day your boss ain't going to be there. You're going to be there.
Real quick, I work for Amazon.
Okay.
So you know that's one of the largest companies in the world. They teach that top philosophy in where.
Well, why would they not teach you that to keep you there? I don't want to keep you there. I want you to come here. Like I said, they pay you just enough money to make you have to work. And you do just enough work not to get fired. No, I want you, see, I don't want you there. If you are there, I want to bring you to here. Even if you stay here in my company, that makes it easier on me. And once I teach you how to be a leader,
You
right?
would think they would teach that because the turnover, in 2 years, the turnover has been about 10 cycles
Why?
from that.
Because they aren't teaching leaders, teaching you how to lead.
I was very
You got to realize
disappointed.
when you got a business or a company, y'all. Let me tell you, when you got a business or a company, you're only as good as your employer. Period. And trust me, you cannot do everything. You better have good people. That's why you go through a lot of employees. You might go through 10 employees if I don't go. And if your boss asks you, say, can you stay overnight? Or can you do this little extra thing? Tell them yes. Because every time you tell them yes, and then when they need somebody to promote them, who they going to promote? That person they can depend on. Does that explain it? One of the most proud moments for me, y'all. I was around, I don't know how many hundreds of people that is, but y'all can't see the other side. They want to put me on the stage, and I told them, look, I want to be right in the room. Teaching, educating young minds. I was at school, I was at high school. In young minds. When that session was over, y'all should have seen how the kids bum rushed me. And they wouldn't hold, no, don't hold them back, let them come to me. If they got a question, bring it. Because that means they're curious. They're that little infant asking you why. Because how many times they ask you why? Well, baby, because you might hurt yourself. Why? Well, baby, because then you break a leg. Why? Don't never tell them shut up. They're curious to learn. Don't never stop their curiosity. Ever. And don't never stop your curiosity. As long as you want to do research to find out the answer to your curiosity. And here's another fact, y'all. And here's something you can teach your kids. If you can run a game, you can run a company. If you can write a rap, you can write a book. If you can film a street fight, you can shoot a movie. Don't just take over the block, take over the world. Stop selling yourself short. And now, I can't think of the name of the movie right now, but there's this guy in, I think it was Atlanta, that shot a movie and took it to, what's that thing, a film fest, that big film fest they do? Cannes, yeah. And he shot it, y'all, with a cell phone. And he won some awards. Not because he shot with a cell phone, because the movie was that good. He shot it with a cell phone. And won awards and stuff, and got all this recognition at the Cannes Film Festival. Look it up. Oh, something else I'm thinking about, y'all. Tell your children, get your children. Sit them down. And y'all sit down and pull up Teen, T-E-N, millionaires. And look how many teenagers are the age of your child or your grandchildren that have started a company now that are millionaires. If they can do it, why can't you? Do y'all watch Shark Tank?
Oh, yeah.
Now, they've been doing every night now at 7 o'clock comes on MSNBC. Lately, they've been having a lot of kids come in there, 15, 12 years old, with ideas. And now this one kid was 16 when he started with an idea. He put it together when he was 17. It was IT. When he was 19, Google bought his company for $1.2 billion. Look it up. In 2 years, 3 years, his IT company was such a great thing and necessity that Google bought it from him for $1.2 billion. Hello. Somebody's going to buy your company if you put it out there and make it give the value that these big companies want. They'll buy you out. All of them will give you a clause. I'll tell you right now. And most clauses are you can't start another company in this field for 5 to 7 years. Okay. I can live off 1.2 billion for 5 to 7 years. Look at us. Teen billionaires, y'all. You look at all them teenagers out there that started coming down that are rich. Teen millionaires. Look it up. It's on YouTube. It's gonna freak you out how many kids out there are starting companies now that are worth millions. And what fields they starting them in. Look at that little 11-year-old girl that's got a $10 million contract with Walmart for lemonade. $10 million contract, let me know. For lemonade.
Is that honeybee,
Something like that, yeah.
something bee?
But our kids we don't show them that. We don't show them that. Don't judge me by my past. I don't live that anymore. What did it say a while ago? Only a fool trips over what? What's behind me. That's your business too. Don't judge me by what I was or what I used to do, what I used to be, because look, just judge me now, because I ain't there no more. I ain't there no more. No more. I'm sorry, no more. I can't have my country come out too much on y'all. Y'all, I'm going to bring up someone that I love very, 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 very dearly. She's been with me in the Institute for quite a while. She was back when I was doing this. Her name is Arlene Spain, and we call her Dr. Mom. And this is a young lady, I just love her, and her husband knows I love her, and nothing he can do about it. I got all respect for him and his family, and just love her. They're just Dr. Mom and Arlene Spain.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Murray, let's give Mr. Murray another hand. There was a reason for me to be here. My why. Why am I here today? Mr. Murray, I come to you as a fool. I'm the one that you said fools trip on what is behind. I come as a fool. But not only do I come as a fool, why am I here? Because I was dying. And you see, I have something in front of me. I don't have a PowerPoint, but I have something in front of me, and this says die. And it's talking about a diet. And I'm going to pass it around so you can see it. And on the other side, it says health, but then it said heal. So I came here today because I was dying. And I knew that I needed to heal. And I knew if I would get myself here, Mr. Murray would drop something in me that I needed to hear. So, Mr. Murray, I need you to come back up because I need you to put something on the screen. The one that she was talking about where there was the boss, and then there was the leader. And so I had a conundrum. I had a situation where someone said to me, and I felt like a boss, and I wrote it down what she said. She said, Arlene, what happened to you? I was following you. And when I heard that, it did something in my mind. You see, because I'm an author. I wrote a book. I went on this whole journey and transformation. And there was this one person that said something to me when she said, I was following you. And in my mind, I said, why would anybody want to follow me? Why would she want to follow me? Why is she following me? I'm not your boss. But at that moment, I felt like I had placed myself in a boss's position. And here was this person waiting for me to tell her what to do. But I didn't see it from the standpoint of being a leader. So what did I do, Mr. Murray? I retracted and went back to, what did you say about the fool? You said it. See, I had to be here to learn because leaders need other people to teach them. Remember the saying, coaches need what? They need coaches too.
Right.
So when I say I come here as a fool and I have to openly, my husband sits in the back, I have to openly apologize to my husband. And women, you know how that is. Because he's always telling me, you can do this, and you're a leader, and why are you listening to what other people have to say? And I'm taking all this stuff in, but today, why am I here, Mr. Murray? To be authentically me. See, I couldn't move forward the way God would have me to move forward because I wasn't being authentic to me. When Mr. Murray said something, all this transpired on yesterday. I'm sitting in my home and you said something that made for confirmation for me for what my mother had said to me. She said, this is a woman who was only 6th grade educated. But she said to our family, she said, just because someone has something more than you, don't make them better than you. So I'm sitting home in my living room as I'm texting you. In front of me, this is my mom. She sits in our living room. There's a picture of her in our living room. And she's speaking to you. I'm like, okay, Mom, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm in this situation now. I need someone to talk to me. I know Mr. Murray wants me to come and tell people about health. Now, I'm going to send this around. You can look at this yourself. It's about health. It's talking about in diet we die, but in health we heal. See, I was focused on this. This is Sweats the Arlene Span weight loss program. I gained weight, y'all. Let me tell you, I did. Why? Because of mindset. Listen to what Mr. Murray is telling you. Mindset is everything. Once this person said that to me, I thought, now I got to be a boss. I don't want to be a boss. I want to be a leader. So why does she look at me and she's looking at me? But I have it differently now, Mr. Murray. Today made the scope different. Because now I know I have to take this same program, take my own self back to my own program, right? Now I can lead. I can bring people along with me. I can get in front. See, when I did this, there was no one to lead. So now I can take my same book, take it and say, no, 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 no. You come on, you can lead. No, no, no. You need to move. Okay, I have that solution. Mr. Murray told us, he said it was, whatever the one was about solution. You all know the
Never
one.
work on a problem, always a solution.
And I was working on the problem. See, I had a problem. I was working on that doggone problem. Not looking at the fact that I had the solution right in front of me all the time. And my husband always spearing me on. You can do this. You can do this. And then, Mr. Murray, you said you're not religious. I went and I hid behind religion. It's like, okay, I don't want to be on this platform. Let me go over to the church platform because now I can talk all about God and stuff, and I don't have to really talk about this stuff, right? I can just talk about God and let it be that. I was hiding. I wasn't being authentically me. So you have this in front of you, and timekeeper, give me my time. So I want you to take this paper because I want you to understand we're going to talk about was. See, I was sitting in that living room, and I'm looking at my mother, and then I'm looking at my mother-in-law. They're right there in front of us on the couch. Like, here's the couch, and directly across from the couch, there's my mom, and there's my mother-in-law. And both of them are deceased. But what did I learn from them, Mr. Murray? You said, what did you learn? What is the solution? My mother is the one that said, because people have more than you, don't make them better than you. My mother-in-law, she would always say, just do your part. Not your best, but do your part. So what was my part? My part was I had to understand that I was born into the world to solve a problem. I had to have the solution because I had to train leaders. So see, Mr. Mark, I had to be here today because I had to hear what you had to say to prompt me and move me and listen to my ancestors. See, I'm part Cherokee too. That's why now I'm embracing that. Before I didn't embrace it. But I'm glad you stood here and said, no, I'm part Cherokee too. My great-grandmother, Cherokee. So I stand here thanking you, thanking my husband for always pushing me and saying what he says to me, and thanking you for expanding our minds. Because, see, we think that I was looking at health only externally. But see, there's, and Mama Murray, you like this, there's that scripture that says, man looks at the outside, but God looks at the inside. See, Mr. Murray, when he talks to us about that sixth sense, when he's talking to us about what's going on inside, that's what's most important. So write this down. Okay, I gave you a sheet of paper. I did it real quick. Let me tell you what I was. Is that I was worried about what others were going to say. I was afraid to get out there and just speak my own truth. Listen, there's that song that said that if he did it before, he'll do it again. If you did a thing before, can you do it again? Yes. You got on the bike the first time, maybe you fell, but once you learned how to ride, if I took you outside right now and put you on a bike, would you know still how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
Yes, you would. So if you've done it before, you can do it again. So I was worried. I was afraid. I was scared. I was struggling internally, inside, like some of you here. If we will be authentic with who we are, we know that there's a struggle going on. But then I saw, what did I see? When I saw my mother, when I saw my mother-in-law sitting there, I saw success. I saw a great awakening. I saw wisdom. I saw wisdom right in front of me. The answer, the solution was right in front of me all the time. But I missed it. So then I get to sweats that now has a new meaning. See, this sweats here says, supply your body with water, eliminate additives, trans fats, and sodium. That's what this means. If we follow this plan, are we going to lose weight? We certainly are. We're going to lose it if we drink water. Mr. Murray talks about that. He can tell you about the alkaline water. He's got a lot of things that he can tell you about. So he don't necessarily need me, but I had to be here today because I needed to overcome. I needed it today. So now what does SWEAT stand for on your sheet? The S stands for either switch on. We're going to switch on what? Now we're switching on the wisdom that Mr. Murray gave us. Now we're going to be E. We're going to educate ourselves. We're going to be energized. We're enlightening. Now the A is you're going to arm yourself. You're going to be aware. You're going to point that arrow in the right direction. The T now means to turn on. Turn on what? Now you're going to turn on your success. You're going to shift your mind. You're going to shift your mind in such a way that you're going to stop focusing just on diet. You're going to focus on health so that you can now heal yourself. You're no longer dying. Why? Because you're going to be a part of the solution. You're not going to look at yourself any longer after this class that Mr. Murray put together. You're not going to think in terms of a boss. You're here to get that thing destroyed out of your mind so that this becomes you. That's why I'm here. That's my why. The solution is becoming this. You are on what? The road to success because of what he's doing with our mind. So you can get this. This will help you. Yes, it will. I know it will because I'm doing it myself. What are we going to do? Health-wise, just drink more water. You can hold it up, please, and take a drink. Hold yours up and take a sip. And if we add a little bit of lime or a little bit of lemon into it, it becomes alkaline. That's why you see the people who put the fruits in there. You want the alkalinity so that it takes out the acid. See, right now I'm standing before you, probably filled with all kinds of acid. So are you. I'm transparent. Mr. Murray, I am transparent today. Because we've been set free today. Like that slave thing, we've been set free because I saw the question mark, like question everything. Question your past, question your history, question why did they do that? Like you said, why did they cut the end off the head? Question, why do we have to call it soul food? Who said it was soul food? Why we got to put all the grease in the hams and everything? Why? Question it. Because when you do that, now you become a leader. It's all about you leading you. No, I can show you how to do this yourself. But I'm going to show you this in a leadership position. If you want to learn more about how you can follow, what did I just say? No, I don't want you to follow me. See, I want you to lead. And I can lead you to the web page. I do have a website. I have 3, matter of fact. The one that I have with my husband and then I can give it to Mr. Murray, and I'll type it on the website, is beginningwithcompassion.com. That's one that my husband and I are going to be working with people on relationships. But for this one, It's Sweats, the Arlene Span weight loss program is what it is, but online it's simply www.arlenespansweats.com. www.arlenespansweats.com. You want to learn more, simply my phone number 240-354-9174. And if you text the word sweats, I'm going to send you, may I do this?
Do it.
A free downloadable, it's like little tips that I can give you, little health tips. And if you text the word, but you have to text the word sweats, that way I know I'm sending it to you. 240-354-9174. And Mr. Murray, thank you for setting a system free. Thank you for allowing us to come, and I pray that you got something from this message. Thank you so much.
Now, she just, y'all, somebody buy her a contract, I need y'all open that door, make it wider, so I can get my head out. But this lady, y'all, I'm gonna do an 8-hour class. And when I do an 8-hour class, you got to come hear her what she teaches.
Okay.
I'm gonna do an 8-hour class, y'all, probably in March. Because next month is Black History Month. And now, till March, we'll do an 8-hour, I'm gonna do an 8-hour day class, and she's gonna speak for about an hour or so. So y'all see how she fired up?
Yeah.
Y'all be ready. So thank you, Lord. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now here's the thing. When you put people in your life like that, what did that do for me? You know what she did for me? She let me know that at least somebody's getting my message. Now I'm watching y'all because y'all my enemy. Y'all don't realize that y'all feed us as to what we want to teach y'all. Now, y'all got to realize that I didn't know I was touching her like that. I didn't. Now, everybody's going to get something different. Like I say, we can see the same movie and get a different thing from it. Right? So I'm hoping I'm stepping on some toes. I hope I'm flipping some minds. And I'm hoping I'm giving you things. Okay? I believe in networking. Now, when my class is over, y'all, I want each one of you to approach each one of you and tell them who you are, because I want to do it now, but y'all, I'm so far behind, I got to cut part of my presentation off. I need another 2 hours to finish my presentation. And you know, I told y'all 1 o'clock. So, but y'all don't know, here's the thing, y'all don't realize and know how brilliant I really am. I'm not being conceited, I know I'm brilliant. And for y'all to be around me, and to get what I got to teach y'all, because I hope the day was good for y'all, just a tease to give you what I really want to give you and teach you. There's a lot. I've got a whole thing that I'm going to do next. I'm going to skip past this. Your diet is not only what you eat, it's what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you hang around. Diet. Be mindful of the things you put into your body, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Now, I'm not going to do what I got planned. I'm going to skip this part, and if I got that in the class, I'll come back to it. But y'all, I got all these, I'm going to show y'all some stuff. I got all these, y'all see that guy right there? That was me about 2 months ago. Hey, that's my life, but today I'm sticking to it. Y'all went there a couple months ago? But y'all, I'm going to come back to y'all this stuff I'm going to teach y'all about diet. So I'm going to say that.
Excuse me, may I ask this question? So when are you going to teach that? I am so, yes, ready for it.
Okay. I tell you what I'll do. I'm going to do another class next week.
Okay.
It's not going to be free. Probably right in the same room.
When?
Next month.
Next month.
I got to check to see what their calendar is like. But see, I was in the other hall, but they closed it down because they're remodeling, so it's a studio renovation. So I didn't know if they could put me in here. You know, they put me in, I love this room more, I love this room. But here's the thing I was
So
going to
we
do.
focused on the health aspect?
I'm going to do a whole, I'm going to do at least 45 minutes on diet, health, and eating, cooking, and all that kind of stuff. If I got time, I'll cover part of it today.
Okay,
If I got time.
gotcha.
But, y'all, that is important. So y'all, I need y'all support. I can't see, this isn't free.
Right.
See, I gave y'all free, but you know who paid for this, right? I paid for this. Okay? You ain't give these ones free. I gave you free. But I need you to pass me on. I can't make it if you don't tell nobody. Do you think it's worth other people being in front of me listening and learning? Do I know what I know?
Yeah.
So y'all don't realize how many hours it took me to, how many hours or days it took me to put some presentation together. Because it had to fit. It had to flow. Is it fitting and flowing?
It is.
Okay. Now, this I'm very adamant on, y'all. Like I said, I'm not anti-white. I am pro-black. I love my people. I wake up every morning with one purpose, and that's to be magnificent. And if y'all don't realize who I am, one day I'm going to, next Friday, I'm going to tell y'all who I really am. And the things I've done. And yes, y'all, I am, y'all right now, I'm looking at history. You only knew who I was earlier, and the things I've done. How many times I've been arrested protesting, and who I was arrested. And the things we put together so y'all can have the freedom that y'all have today. I was one of the leaders back then, 7 8. I was sitting at the table. People, you know, you talk to love with them. Like I told you, I'm a big great mentor for yourself. And if I'm around him, you know, people healing me. I was there too. Y'all gotta remove the kinks from your mind, not your hair. Y'all got to go natural. Now here's what, if y'all find out something, they're telling you. And ladies, please. Y'all got to stop putting all those chemicals in your hair. They're finding out that's one of the biggest causes of breast cancer.
That's right.
Putting all that dye, all that straight. It's the biggest cause right now of breast cancer. Why come it affects black women more? Who dyes their hair and puts their garbage in their hair more than black women? That's one of the biggest causes of breast cancer. Tell your children. And I'm loving the fact that it's talking about natural. And here's the thing too, y'all, that I'm gonna scare y'all with wigs. Stop. See, you got to realize your hair is a living entity. It's life. If it wouldn't grow. That's why it comes alive. And when you wear wigs and stuff, it blocks off the circulation of your natural scalp, of what, and it needs to breathe. You're suffocating it. I'm not trying to scare y'all. I ain't trying to step on those toes, but y'all need to wear wigs, so stop wearing it. Here's what you're doing. And you're wearing makeup. Anything that goes on your skin, y'all, goes in your skin. All those chemicals. You're putting on makeup, got chemicals. Stuff in your hair got chemicals. You're spraying perfume on, it's chemicals. And you wonder why later on you're having all these issues. It's because you're poisoning your system. My wife is totally natural. She doesn't wear makeup, maybe a little here and there. She doesn't wear perfume. Or if you do wear it, don't put it on your skin. Put it on your clothes. Because you're putting that chemical in your system. And a little bit of poison sooner or later grows into a big poison. So y'all spread the word. You see all these kids, I love them if they're going natural. And they don't even realize that they're doing something very healthy. Now I'm going to tell y'all something that's going to shock y'all. We men love this. You're not supposed to sleep in anything. No, you are not supposed to sleep in anything. You're supposed to sleep nude. And I'm going to tell you why. Your body is a living entity. Your skin breathes. And when you do not let it breathe, it suffocates and dies. Women, men too, but I'm talking to women right now. Women, stop sleeping in underwear. Do you realize on the European system taught you to wear underwear? That's why you have chlamydia and all those other female disease stuff. Because your vagina doesn't breathe. Your vagina must breathe. Stop sleeping in underwear and a bra. Sleep nude. And they tell you, oh, you got to make up your bed. No. You make back your bed. Your bed is supposed to breathe because that's where your dead skin is. Do not make up your bed, y'all. Make back your bed so it can breathe. And see, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the proper education when you've been educated wrong. I don't sleep in anything. When you come to my house, don't walk, if you ever walk in my house, you go see me naked. My wife will tell you I walk in the door taking off clothes. I mean, I might have to end up in my underwear, but that's it. But when I go to bed at night, oh no. And then, no, really, I come out, I got something special, something I put on, but no, I don't have, I'm healthy, y'all. Why? I learned that your body breathes and replaces itself. Before you leave, I'm okay.
Oh, okay. I can say the whole.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. It's cold though. It's cold.
That's because you aren't used to, your body is not used to what is naturally good because you've educated to do what? Now here's the thing you don't realize. When you're sleeping and you're under the covers, your body heats itself. It's not used to heating itself. If you get cold, put more blankets on. You aren't supposed to sleep in heat. If you sleep in heat, it dries out the membranes in your nose. That's what causes you to have sinus and allergies. The heat dries out your membranes. Sleep in a cold room, under the covers, and your, because my wife tell you after a while, I'm not gonna lecture blanket. If she gets cold, she crawls under me, which is, thank you. You feel that body, baby. I gotta tell her. But you're gonna enjoy it. I'm telling y'all, you want to be healthy, right? You got to break the cycle of being wrong.
But may I say something?
Yes.
It's really hard when you're after you've been to that cycle for so long, right, to really break it. Because for me, if I sleep naked, I'm going to be so cold, and I'm not going to sleep.
Put more blankets on. See, your body heats itself. Now, my wife knows she can lay on me so long, but my body gets so hot that she can't lay on me for long periods of time because my body is used to throwing off heat. It heats itself. Because when you lay in a spot, that spot's going to get warm. You know when you get in the bed, it's cold, and then all of a sudden it gets warm? That's your body heating up your bed. If you get cold, put on more blankets. It's okay to put on more blankets, but at least your body is there to breathe. See, you taught it wrong. You educated it wrong. Now you've got to correct that education. And how long did it take you to get, how many years did it take you to get your A? It took you all them years to get your A, right? Do you know more now than you did when you were born? Hello? But if you want to be helped serious, y'all, we got to stop suffocating ourselves. Do you see all them things and all them? Do you know how healthy they are, the body is? Do you know America is one of the most unhealthy countries in the world?
That's true.
Do you know third world countries will not eat our meat because of the chemicals that's in it? You know why you're obese? Because you're eating fast food and it's got steroids in it. You eat meat, got steroids in it. You eat pork, got steroids in it. What do steroids do? Bulk you up. So when we stop eating meat, which I don't eat, pork, which I don't eat, milk, which I don't drink, almonds, but almonds natural. I don't cook in vegetable oil. It's been treated. Peanut oil is natural. And peanut oil doesn't burn. Why? There's no chemicals in it to burn. It's natural. You can't burn peanut oil. Because it's natural. Learn how to be natural. Now, ladies, talk to you ladies who have kids, young ladies. And when they come on their cycle, they cramp. And I was in part of my other present, I didn't show y'all. Chlorophyll. Write this down. CHLOROPHYL. Chlorophyll. CHLOROPHYL. Chlorophyll. Put them on the regular chlorophyll, they will no longer cramp.
Put it where?
Put them on the regular chlorophyll. They can get chlorophyll tablets every day, they won't cramp on them.
This pill. So just take it.
Oh, yeah, it's a gel or a liquid. Now, they have three types. You have the little one about the size of an aspirin. Or they have the triple, which is a little larger. I take the triple every day. Because it builds your immune system, helps your digestive system, it also freshens your breath inside your body. But they very top do that. I've been doing chlorophyll for years. My wife too. And if you got indigestion, take a chlorophyll capsule and drink. It's that powerful. It's green. Chlorophyll is green. So you don't have trouble in a period, just start getting them a chlorophyll capsule and watch what happens. They won't cramp. I had my manager, she had to stay in bed 3 or 4 days every time she came on the site. I flushed her body out, put her on a chlorophyll regimen, she no longer had trouble with her cramps. And the doctor doesn't even help her with it. I just flushed her body. They have her doing enemas to clean all that bacteria out of her body. And put her on chlorophyll, she no longer had cramps. And she, for 3 or 4 days, had to lay in bed with all the I just gave you our remedy. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Think I'm lying researching. Okay, y'all got that right? I told you about how much I love women. When sleeping women wake, mountains move. See, I can't do that. I can't do that. I was going to say something I didn't say. I'm going to say it anyway. Some of the strongest and most powerful nations in the history of man was ran by women. God was a woman before Christianity. What? That's right. You think I'm not looking up? Look it up, y'all. See, now, let me tell y'all something. Black history didn't start when slavery started.
Thank you.
Black history stopped when slavery came about. Now, I'll give y'all books to read. Go back and read Tony Browder's book, From the Browder Files.
It's kind of fast.
Tony Browder, B-R-O-W-D-E-R. B-R-O-W-D-E-R. His book is, he's an Egyptian historian.
So what's the name of the book?
Browder Files.
I don't.
From the Browder Files.
Okay.
Another book he wrote behind that that I carry everywhere I go. It's called The Nile, N-I-L-E, Valley, Contribution to Civilization. He's going to tell you about your ancestors that the white man don't want you to know. Also, an author that I love, Dr. Charles Finch. If you ever get a chance to hear this man speak, y'all do not miss that opportunity. Dr. Charles Finch, he did a book years ago called Echoes of an Old Dark Land. He's been on the radio quite a lot. He's got a lot of stuff on YouTube, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something else that maybe I shouldn't tell y'all, but I mean, I don't like religion, y'all. I've done my research and I haven't learned. There's a gentleman out there called Ray Hagan, R-A-Y, H-A-G-A-N-S, I think. He got it on YouTube.
Spell it again.
R-A-Y, H-A-G-A-N-S, Ray Hagan. He takes the Bible, 11 stories, and break it down. He used to be, what's the guy's name? T.D. Jakes. Traveled the country, speaking for tens of thousands of people. Then he read a book on his black history and woke him up. He spoke, and he said, I gave him millions of dollars because I started teaching the truth. I'm not knocking religion. I'm telling you, understand where it came about. Okay? So if you don't want to change, don't do that. If you want to stay where you are, believe me, what's taught to you by your oppressor, because like they say, only a fool lets his oppressor teach his children. And now, I'm not knocking religion, though, so don't think I am, because you got to learn your own history to realize where all this came about. That's why I come the most powerful. What's the most powerful force on earth? Mother Nature. Is that not the most powerful force on earth? What's it doing to right now to the world?
Tearing her up.
Who is it up? Who is it? It's Mother Nature. See, nature corrects itself. And I got into something y'all wasn't going to get into, but I'm sorry. You know what? I had a chance to sit around all the great historians, great Egyptian minds, I got a chance to sit around them like I'm teaching y'all. They taught me. Books they wrote, I read. You got to see my library. Y'all want to see the library? Y'all come to my library. It's out there, but until we start learning to teach our children, they're going to be blind just like us. Or just like y'all. I got woke up. And I'm not taking from y'all, but I'm just saying, open your mind, y'all. Be willing to learn the truth and change. No, you won't change. Once you learn the truth, you know, here's the thing I always tell you. If your mind is a weapon, you're unfit to be a slave. Y'all are slaves. Look what you did for Christmas. Look what you did for Thanksgiving. Look what you did for Halloween. Look what you do for Easter. You're a slave. I don't care how you like it, you don't like the word, but you're a slave. Because your mind is not a weapon. Make your mind a weapon. I hope I weaponize your mind some today.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think like me. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. I want your children to be better than me. Just like you want your children to be better than you, am I correct? More successful than you, am I correct? Start letting them learn the truth, and they'll find out that all this garbage they're going through and all this stuff is not necessary. Your mind becomes a weapon. What did I tell you about LeBron James and his investment with who? His mind became a business what? Weapon. They paying him all that money for basketball, and that ain't even touching what he's making on his investments. Make your mind a weapon and stop being a slave. And Ray Hagan had one out there talking about, am I still a slave? Go on YouTube, pull it up, put it, am I still a slave? Y'all, I'm telling you right now, be ready. Be ready. If you ain't ready, don't do it. Don't. I'm telling you, don't. If you ain't ready. Because he will tell you stuff that you want to say, oh no, I can't go that way. Because you've been taught all this garbage, all this wrong that makes you a slave. Do you realize the most segregated day of the week? The most miseducated day of the week? Sunday. Now, I'll tell y'all something else going to shock y'all. Do you know the richest day for the bites is Monday and Tuesday? You know why? Because the churches in America put $5 billion a week. Black church put $5 billion a week in bites.
In bikes?
Bites, B-A-N-K-S, bites.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Just think we should put that money in our bites. And we don't. If you don't ask your church, where are you depositing the money I'm giving you, and they tell you Bank of America or one of these other banks or Wells Fargo, one of those, go try to get a loan. It ain't happening. But that's where your money is going. That's where you got your money now. I got 5 accounts. 4 of them are in the Black Bank. 4 of them are in the Black Bank. And why is the 5th one? Because my wife got so much investment in her, whatever that is, they say that's how I know she works. That's the only reason. But that account got less money in it than mine. My account. I feel black. I spend black. I'll go out of my way to spend black. Why do you have this much envy today as y'all did? How many of y'all see people like look like they don't look like you? And a question I always ask you, in your business, how many people, how many clients don't look like you? I told you our race is boycotted by every nationality. And y'all don't want to look and see that. But where do we take our money to? y'all, we got to start. And I'm not being, well, I can't be racist because I'm black, but I'm just being pro-black. So you can pass that on to your children. This is fact. Black first, yes, young man.
Most of the time, we go for our own self.
We do. You're right. We're in that, our mind is not that weapon. We were, you go to a black business, I'm not going to no more black business. He's shorter than me. Well, hell, you've been short for 400 years by who else you spending your money with? He did it one time, they do it every day, but you go spend your money with them. Look at Popeyes. You go to Popeyes now, who's in there? You go to Subway, who's in there? The Indian. They're from India. You go to 7-Eleven, it ain't us. You go to Chick-fil-A, it ain't us. And they're in our community. They're taking our money and building up their family, their community while we're struggling like hell. You know, I was on a pound. I was on a pound at this big event in Dallas. And there's like 6 of us on the panel. And this Asian guy stood up and said, I'm going to give y'all a fact. He says, I'm not trying to be racist or cold or nothing like that, but I want y'all to know this. When we come into your community, no, you be in your community and you looking for a job. We come in your community and we're looking for business. Think about that. What is your community what's in there? Why come on, can't do this? We're trying to, if you think you have to live in a white community or be around white people in order to make it, you black. You can't be that stupid. How many of them buy from you? I had a clothing store for 5 years, and I took beside me was 2 Asian nail shops. 5 years. And I can count on my hand if they spent, in 5 years they spent $20. But if they had a problem, but it was in the drug area, and I cleaned it up, baby. I went and I said, y'all, you sure I've been down? I'm here. Who are you? And I had to fight through that. I mean, physically, had fist fights. Because they were challenged. And they challenged one day out in front of everybody. I hope they do so bad. I looked at him, I said, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to kill you, but you look death in the eye. And I did, I said, you look death in the eye. I'm going to be here. I'm hiring the community. I'm giving you what you need. Support me. And I had no more problem. Because they understood I was going to help them. I was hiring the community. Look at these black companies, most of the people they hire looks like them. They're not going to hire us. And if they do, they're going to spend the money on us. And then they're going to put you on minimum wage. No way to get in and do any better. They're going to teach you any better. All they want you to do is come in and, like I say, pay you enough where you won't quit, or you do enough where you won't get fired. I love this, y'all. Oh, God, do I love this. The strongest and most powerful creature on earth, what is that, y'all? That's a bull elephant. And next to him is an African bull elephant, the most powerful creature on earth. And beside him is a bull elephant. What's that standing right there? A black man. The most powerful creature on earth is a black man. Or a black woman. We've got to get that in our mind, y'all. Stop giving our wealth away. Stop making life hard for us because you don't want to spend money with somebody else. Or they might charge $1 more. Well, hell, we have to because we're not getting the business. And they're boycotting. That's why you boycotting. You want me to spend money with you, but you won't spend money with me. Come on, y'all. That don't work. That don't work. Think about it. You do business with those who do business with you. All but African Americans. A river cuts through a rock. not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Ain't no way in the world water gonna destroy a rock just like that. It takes years. But it's this persistence that makes it what it is. Y'all look at what's that in California, that big Grand Canyon. You know what made the Grand Canyon millions of years ago? Water. Right. Most powerful force on earth is water. Because it's persistent. It ain't gonna say, well, I can't go that way because I can't get through it. It'll be fighting until it gets through. That's your business, y'all. You gotta be persistent at reaching for your goal. Do something each day to bring you a little closer to your dream. What I tell you, what you do yesterday, that you got to work on today to make your dream all better. Am I making sense? I want y'all to leave here and I want y'all to see not even touch the ground. You so damn high. And you can look back and say, thank you, Mr. Murray. Or one day when you're talking to your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, you can say, Mr. Murray taught me this. And I'm forever going to have these videos on YouTube. Like them. Share them. Because the more you like y'all, that helps me. And YouTube will let me do things. Because the more that I do and you like, the more things they'll let me do. You go on my Facebook page. I ask you just to share it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something right just now. Every Tuesday evening, for almost 8 years now, I'm going to my 8th year, I do a free Tuesday night conference call. It's free. You can be sitting home doing anything. You can be sitting there naked and listening to me. And I hope y'all do. You got to do it free. Every Tuesday night, all you got to do is dial 218-548-0510. 218-548-0510, and the pin number is 1950 pounds. The year I was born, 1950 pounds. It's free. It's 1 hour. And here's the thing about it. When I open the lines, you can come on. And guess what you can do? I'll ask you 3 questions. Who you are, what you do, and how can people reach you? And now you just told the country about your business.
What time?
9 p.m. to 10 p.m. 1 hour. 1 hour. You know how many hundreds of shows I've done? Look at it. These are things I've done, shows I've done. Okay? And shows I've done. If you think it, think it. Okay, y'all. I want to get through this, y'all. Something about the health. That's not the message. Okay, I'm not amazing. Oh, baby, I know, I can't do that. That's not me, that's that right there. See how clear it is? Oh, no, this is who done it. Oh, notsalmon.com. S-A-L-M-O-N.
That's M-O-N?
S-A-L-M-O-N, notsalmon.com. That's just who made the same. Like that, when I put my information out there, you'll see that and say, well, you married. This isn't important. Because a lot of mine you'll see say, well, you married. So that's what that is.
Yeah, I just want to go on the site, see what other ones they have, that's not up there.
Now, look at that. If you want to touch the past, touch a rock. If you want to touch the present, touch a flower. But if you want to touch the future, touch a life. That's your children, your grandchildren, those around you. Better give them the things, Congressman.
The who?
The,
Oh, okay.
oh, you business owners. You business owners. Can I get it? Come on, brother, can I get a discount? Come on, sister, can I get a discount? Do you ask white folks that? You go to Walmart and ask them that? Do you go to Edy's and ask them that? When you learn how much you're worth, you'll stop giving people discounts. Okay? Now, here's what goes behind that. My prices aren't based on my prices are based on my talent, not your budget. Well, I tell you earlier, stop wanting every daggone thing free. Stop wanting free. Y'all free ain't gonna give you what you want, ain't gonna make you successful. Free ain't gonna make you successful. Free ain't gonna make you successful. You wanna fail? Just do it and want everything free. Now next month my class will probably cost like $49. Let me ask you this, have I given y'all $50 worth of information today?
Yeah.
Here's what I always tell you. I always tell you, come to my class, no matter what I charge, and get $1 million to $1 billion worth of information. Am I giving it to you?
Yes, sir.
Would y'all pay money to come hear me speak
Yes, sir.
and teach? Okay. Oh, I don't know if y'all ready for what I'm going to get into now. Y'all got to forgive me for this. Because y'all might not be ready. I told you, if your mind is a weapon, you're fit to be a slave. You might be still fit to be a slave. They call them your temples for a reason, because they house the God within. That's your mind, am I correct? What's in between here and here? But why they call it the temple? Because that's the top of your knowledge and information and your beginning and your force, your beliefs, your God. See, there's a reason why you call certain things. You got to look and see why. They could have called us anything other than temple. See, and for you people that believe like you, and I'm not religion, y'all people don't think that, but who are Christians in the Bible, and they talk about, what you do with your temple, they're not talking about a church. Your body is your temple. Your body is your temple, not a building. And you're abusing what God gave you, which is your body, your temple. Because look at the garbage you're putting in. Look at what you're doing to it. You won't walk, which is the best thing you can do. Oh, I got a slide for that. And y'all don't think I'm knocking religion. It's just, y'all know I'm not a Christian.
You're not?
No. But did you learn anything from me today? Mm-hmm. Me not being a Christian, does that stop you from learning from me? Nope. Because I'm not. See, I've read those books and I've learned and I've listened and I've studied my history to know I can't do that. But that's my choice. That's my choice. I'm not going to answer that. I can answer it, but you would not like my answer.
No,
She asked me what about the Bible, by the way. But can I give you a short answer? I'm not going to get into Christianity. Please don't, y'all. The Bible is a book of myths, of stories from your ancestors. And you know what the myth is? Something that's not true, but has truth in it. And I'm not going to say no more, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm anti, and I'm not. It's just through my studies and my learning and sitting down with the greatest minds in the history of education all the years and doing this research. I mean, you can believe what you want to believe, because sometimes that's all people, they got to have that in order to live that pure life that runs in my heart and my mind.
Can I just ask if Ray Havens goes into it?
Oh, baby, you better be ready.
Right.
And maybe I shouldn't have told y'all that.
No, I needed that.
Okay. I think you're going to thank me for it. I'll just look at that. I don't look in the sky for God. I look in the mirror. Because God in all of us. God in all of us. God in all of us. Are your parents not in you? Are your grandparents not in you? It's bigger than just to do a short definition. I told you about I didn't get into y'all about your third eye and third ear. I'll get into that when we get into the health. About your third eye and third ear. See, God's frequency is a frequency that exists within you. All right, Dr. Mom, we'll talk. God is a frequency that exists within you. How many of y'all listen to your spirit? That's the God within you. That's the God within you. And the sooner you realize that, the more you're going to understand what you're talking about. The body is the house of God. Whomever should know thyself shall know God. What's that out there? He who knows and knows not that he knows is a fool or voice. And he who knows and knows not that they know is asleep, awaken them. He who knows and knows that he knows is a leader. Follow them. All of these reside within you, and to thyself be true. See, we got to learn the third eye and third ear to understand that. And when you get into your spiritual self, you will get into a strength within yourself that you didn't even know existed. Do you realize that inside of you right now is somebody you don't know? Inside of you right this moment is somebody that you don't know. And who is it that you don't know? You. What did she tell you earlier? What did she tell you? Now, let's go hypothetical. What if life is a dream? And when you die, you wake up. Now, when I speak, and I do speak to people, y'all, I always tell them, you know, welcome to the wake up. Welcome to the wake up. Because we don't know. We really, really don't. But what if this is just a dream? And everything you learn, and everything you know, just get you ready for your wake up. But when you die, we don't know. It's a crapshoot. It could be 50-50. It's a 50-50 situation. You're either half wrong or half right. And we really don't know. Black history starts January the 1st and ends December the 31st. We are history, y'all. Guess who? You know, here's the thing that I want to point out, y'all, about slavery. When we were brought over here, we weren't brought here as slaves. We were brought here as enslaved. We came as doctors, lawyers, educators, architects, you name it. We came over as that. And we gave them our knowledge. Here's something that y'all don't realize. Now, how many of y'all want to see the movie Black Panther? That's everybody in the movie Black Panther. Do you know that's true? More true than you think. At the end, when he told them, we have knowledge they have no idea about. And at the end, when they tell them we're going to give them our knowledge, and what that white dude says, what can you teach us? That's that white mentality.
Arrogance.
Well, it's not so much arrogance, it's more ignorance. Because if they taught how great we were, we would not be seen like we're seen today. Do y'all realize that Europeans America, since the beginning of America, has only had 16 years where they weren't at war? Yeah. Think about it. They have war all the time. Years. Now, all these years, America has not been at war. want y'all to get the meaning of this. I'm finished, y'all, so I want y'all to get the meaning of this. The forest was shrinking, but the tree kept voting for the axe. For the axe was clever and convinced the tree that because his handle was wood, he was one of them. Read that and understand that. The forest was shrinking, but the tree kept voting for the axe. For the axe was clever and convinced the tree that because his handle was wood, he was one of them. Do you get that? What's happening to that? Look at number 45, 8 in the morning. This one guy, I couldn't believe it, wrote this thing. Trump cost him his farm. It's been his family generation over 100 years. Because of his policies, he lost his farm. And he still supports Trump. How much sense does that make? Y'all see the other day when they showed this white guy, they were interviewing the black guy and said, tell us something good that Trump has done for you. He says, well, I don't know anything good he's done for me, I just support him.
Oh my goodness.
Trump encouraged West Virginia. He promised all of these miners in West Virginia, we're going to open up the mines and give you a job. And all they did was close more mines. And they still support him. He still encouraged West Virginia. Think about that, y'all. They're voting against their interests. So you look at this trial now. They aren't voting, they're not voting, what they're doing, they're voting for party and not for what's best for the country. When your mind is a weapon, you're not fit to be a slave. And I'm not getting into politics, so I can get into politics. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. See, if I'm doing you bad, why do I gotta remember? You gotta remember I'm doing you bad. That's why I say stop buying from those who aren't hiring you, aren't building your community, and they're doing just by you. And stop because one black person did an unjust to you, now the whole damn race ain't no good. What color are you? Well, I don't deal with black people, go da-da-da-da-da. You got to realize your children are the other person to somebody. You're the other person to somebody. Okay? Slavery destroyed us. Do y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Religion divided us. Look how many different religions we have. Ignorance controls us. And truth scares us. Y'all realize how powerful that is? You don't. Until you get into studying and researching what I taught y'all today, and then you will understand how truth scares us. Because we've been taught, miseducated for so long. We've been miseducated. That's the first thing we got to realize. First thing you got to realize. And once you realize that, you're on your way to freedom. When you realize that you have been miseducated. Why do you, once you realize that, you start getting freedom? Because then you're going to really research and find out the truth. I'm giving y'all that. I'm giving y'all a roadmap. I'm giving you a roadmap to success today. I know I'm talking about a lot of things, but all of this boils down to success and business. Because I told you about life, I told you about business, and your life is a business. I got someone here y'all want to introduce y'all to real quick. Baby, you got a couple, 3, 4 minutes. Come tell us who you are and what you do.
Sure.
I met this young lady and we want to do business together, y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Moran. I really appreciate this. Hi, my name is Dawn Maria Gomez. My name is spelled D-A-H-J-N, and for years I hated my name because no one could pronounce it. I got called all kinds of things. I met Mr. Murray 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, we did an online show. I'm an actor. That's what I do full time. I'm a SAG actor. I joined the union last year in fact. And I also own my own channel through Silently Loud Media, that is my media company, and I have SLM Network, which is a channel that I started for me because not a lot of opportunities sometimes for me. As an African American woman, as an older person, sometimes you hit those doors. And I listen to people tell me how I couldn't do it. You can't be an actor. That's not realistic. You need a real job. If I got paid for every time someone asked me, what's your real job? I would be a millionaire. Right now. And my answer to those people is, do you watch television? An actor does that. Do you listen to commercials? An actor does. I'm an artist. Do you listen to music? An artist does that. Art is just as important as IT. Just as important as medical. I'm a former medical professional. I taught medical assisting for years. Years. Adults, just like you. No kids, all adults who wanted something more. And I love it. I've done accounting. I don't know that, but I've done it because I was told I needed a real job. I was told to dismiss my dream. And every one of you here in this room right now probably has a dream that you want to do, that you think about, that sometimes comes up, and then you push back down because you look at your bills, or you look at the people in your life, and who you have responsibilities, right? And what you have to take care of. And I'm here to tell you to this day that in 2008, I slipped and fell at work. I was doing insurance ratings, an adjuster. And I was on crutches from 2008 to 2012. I was given a 15% disability, so I would never walk without assistance again. And I was miserable. I took a job at Comcast. I know everybody knows who Comcast is, in their collections department. And I was absolutely miserable. And what I did was, I just one day said, I'm not going to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I want to follow my dream. I don't want to work for someone else. I want to work for me. I want to bring joy. And I started auditioning with crutches. People looked at me like, are you crazy? What are you doing here? Somebody gave me a role. And then I kept going. And I kept going. And I have been homeless because of my craft. I have slept in my car on auditions because of my craft. And I became part of the biggest union for actors, SAG-AFTRA. Because now I get treated better as a member because of my craft. And I haven't stopped. I created SLM to give people like you a voice. And I'll put that on, can I write on the board?
Sure.
If you have a creative idea, if you want to talk about your business, please send me an email to this address. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. We're not an island. We are our brother's keeper.
Now tell what that says for the people online.
Silently Loud Media @gmail.com.
Can you spell your name on it?
I'm just going to write it down. My name is D-A-H-J-N, Dara Maria. Go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you Dominican?
My family is of Puerto Rican. We have a whole bunch of, we're just one big plethora of people. But don't let anything stop you in your business dream. Don't let anything stop you from your goal. It will get tough, but you know what though? Persistence pays off. And don't look behind you. Just look what's ahead.
All right.
Thank you. No problem.
Now, I was interested in what she did. I met her y'all tune into my show, because y'all end up being one of my educators, you never know. Cause see, what the deal with an educator is to me, because I know a motivational speaker, you motivate yourself. To just teach and educate, is all you got to do is know your craft. When you speak on stage, just talk about what you know. And I teach people how to speak. I teach you how to speak. Because when you got a business, you better know how to talk to the public. And see, our biggest problem is doing how to talk to the public. And that's what I teach you, how to talk to the public. Now, Ben, did you give this?
No.
Yeah, you gotta give it to me. I have a membership. You can join the Millionaire Mastermind Institute for membership. And here's what I'm gonna do. What's today? It's what?
Fifth, wait, fifth.
That's what I'm gonna do. If you wanna join between now and the 1st of February, I will give you a yearly membership for the price of 6 months. Instead you have to pay the $4,000, you can join now until the 1st of February, you can get a year membership for a 6-month fee. And you're gonna get so much out of joining the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. So you see, just think when I do my classes, you ain't have to pay no more. If I go to another city and you're there, you ain't have to pay no more. If I do things that cost, all except for my camp house and when I do my cruise, that we would do a cruise, I can't give a discount that, I can't control that price. But if the Institute, y'all get a discount. If I'm coaching you, you will get a discount. So become a member. Like I said, if you join now until the 1st of February, you can join for a year. If you join now with the 6 month, you get a year membership. That's because y'all came here in my class. Now, go on, you see it says membership.eventbrite.com. MMI.eventbrite.com. Membership.eventbrite.com. Become a member. It's also on my website at mminstitute.info. mminstitute.info. Call the Institute at 240-619-2019. That's 240-619-2019. I want to thank all of y'all for coming, because y'all really made my class. I want to give y'all one more. If you want to book me or know someone that wants to, all you got to do is go to my website, contracts and everything is there. Call the Institute at 240-619-2019. But now, y'all, the class is over, but I want y'all to introduce yourselves to each other. You never know what someone's doing and you need, or what you need what someone is doing. So I want to thank y'all for coming.
Mr. Mayor.
So you're not selling any books?
Do I sell any books? I'm not allowed to sell. That's something about doing stuff. But you can go online. If you can kill everything. Kill everything.